My name is Lockney Debris, but normally I'm not the host tonight. But the host is getting late. He's heading late. But the thing, I'm going to try to do my best to start the event. Welcome to this beautiful tax brunch. We're here this afternoon. We're going to talk about a lot of things: credit repair, taxes, everything. But we're going to start with a beautiful Milky Jean. She's an entrepreneur. She's the one who's the owner of the Saint-Sauveur. Saint-Sauveur is a great drink. We're going to talk to her and ask her some questions about that beautiful, beautiful drink, and I taste it. How you doing?
I'm good. Sac passé? Sac passé. So I know it's not that many people here today yet, but it's going to be filled up. But you know what? We're here, so we're going to get this started. My name is Melky Jean, and I am a Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter. And for 20 years, you know what I did? I promoted other people's alcohol. I don't know if this is going to speak to anybody out there today, but sometimes you have a dream and you have an ambition in your heart, something that you want to do, but you're working for someone else. And guess what? Sometimes we have to do that. But every now and then you have to step out on faith. So that's what I did in May. In May 2025, I said, you know what? I am tired of making these people so much money, I need to do it for myself. I launched my brand, Saint-Sauveur in 1972, Haitian heritage rum, and within the first month we sold out. Little black girl from Haiti, little black girl from Newark, New Jersey, born in Brooklyn. I did that. And that gave me the fuel to go hard. Within the first month, we also won our first award in both of the categories that we were featured in. So a little bit of my background is I've written for some of the biggest artists in the world. My eldest brother is a gentleman by the name of Wyclef Jean. And I came to Casa d'Amore, I like to say, because the God sent me here. And I've become really good friends with Maggie and Patrick. And this place is a beautiful place because it's a place that promotes business. It's a place that promotes uplifting each other. And that's why I'm here today. And that's why I'm your first panelist. I have 5 events today, but I had to come here first.
Great, great. Give her a great applause. Yeah, well, Melky, let me ask you something. How long do you have in this business?
Well, I've been in this business when I wasn't on tour with Wyclef and my family and Melchizedek. I used to throw the best parties you could ever find in New York, whether it was for the Grammys, whether it was for the Oscars in California, whether it was whatever party it was, I used to throw it. And that's when the brands that you guys love came to me first. And I would promote other brands for 20 years. While doing that, 10 years into that, I said, I need to do this for myself. So it took me 10 years to finally get to where I am today, where you see this beautiful bottle. I tell everybody it doesn't happen overnight, but it happens when you believe and you stay steadfast.
Yeah. Okay, this event is about entrepreneur, young people like you. Let me ask you, why inspire you to become an entrepreneur?
So I've never worked for anyone else, like literally had a 9-to-5 job. I was lucky that I was blessed with the talent, but I'll tell you a story. One day I went to work at a restaurant, and the people were so mean to me. I was 18 years old, and they were so mean to me, and I made $5 tip the whole night. And at the time, my boyfriend picked me up, and he was like, "Why do you look so emotional?" I said, "I don't think I was ever made to work for anybody else but myself." And ever since then, I said I will always find a way to be my own boss.
Okay. Do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it. I don't have anybody to answer to. Now, of course, there's parts of it that I enjoy, but then there's also parts of it that's very scary.
Okay.
You know, it's not easy when you make the decision to step out on faith. It's not easy when you make the decision to bet on yourself. But I promise you, you can never lose when you bet on yourself.
Great. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Saint-Sauveur. what you can tell us about the beautiful drink.
So, growing up in the United States, first generation Haitian American, I wanted to be able to tell a Haitian American story, something that united us. I remember being a little girl, and I was born in Brooklyn, but the Americans didn't accept me because I was Haitian. And then the Haitians made fun of me parce que me parlais Creole funny, which means because I spoke Creole funny. And so I always danced with the space of being Haitian and American at the same time, because I'm all Haitian through and through, but America's where I grew up. I remember being a little girl and hearing about the Mayflower. Do you guys know what the Mayflower is? Anybody? What's the Mayflower? It's a ship, exactly. So I started thinking, is there a ship related to my Haitian American culture? So I did my research, and I found out that in 1972, there was a ship that came from Haiti and landed on the shores of Pompano Beach, Florida. And that ship was called the Saint Sauveur.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's wonderful.
So the name of our Haitian heritage rum is Saint Sauveur in 1972. That's also the year that my mother came to America. If you look at the bottle, there is a woman on the bottle. I used AI. I took a picture of my grandmother who used to make clairin in Haiti in the 1930s and 40s. My mother, to this day, she will be very upset that I'm telling you her age, but she's 82. And she makes cremas, which is similar to coquito. And so I like to say that I come from 3 generations of women who dabble in the spirits.
That's great. That's very, very great. I love the story. Guys, okay, let us know right now if someone need or want to buy this drink, where we can find it.
Well, first and foremost, we're available here at Casa de Amor. When you order the Casa Punch, ask for it with the 1972. I'm happy to say that we're available in almost all of the Total Wines in Florida. You can go to our website, saintsauveur1972.com. Since we're here, I want to say we're available in Margate at Tri-County Discount Liquors. We're also available at 101 Liquors in Pompano Beach, Florida. And guess what? I'm just getting started. I'm in 67 locations since May, and by the end of the year, I want to be at 100.
Thank you so much, Melky. Hey, guys, give a big applause for Melky and Saint-Sauveur. And taste this drink. I already tasted it. It's wonderful. It's a really, really good drink. Melky.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, guys.
All right. Can you guys put your hands together, clap your hands for the beautiful lady, please? All right, thank you for coming. My name is Eugene Morvan. I am a Airbnb specialist. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And hopefully we're gonna have a wonderful moment today. And the first person we're gonna call today, and I want you, everybody here, pay attention, because today I want you to know your next step. I want everybody to know tomorrow, what is your next step? If you're here today, you didn't make $1, $2, $3 million yet, you're not in the game. I want 2026, at least, you make $1 million. If you don't have a system making money for you every day, no matter what, I don't know what you do, but I want you to think about it today. You need a system to make money for you every day. You're in vacation, you make money. You're sleeping, you make money. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Try your best. Make a system to make money every day. That's the game changer. So, one more time, clap your hands, everybody, please. So, I have a privilege to introduce you one of the best speakers I know in town. He's here today. Put your hands together and clap your hands for Mr. Senatis, please.
Bonsoir. Good afternoon to you all. I want to welcome you guys here. Obviously, looks like a lot of people here are making a whole lot of money. But I can see the money guys in the back, on the sides here. Maggie was celebrating her birthday on the weekend. She's still here. That's what's up. And happy birthday again, Maggie. Well, my name is Senatus. I am a real estate broker. Not necessarily a tax preparer, but I'm a real estate broker here in the state of Florida. I love working with tax professionals because you guys make my job a whole lot easier, and you guys are the best partners I can have in the game, right? How many of you guys do real estate here? All right, there you go. And how many people do taxes? All right, so you understand it's good to work close with the tax professional because your clients are calling you that need to get the tax prepared. I can shift them your way, but also once you interview your clients, if you understand this is someone that should be able to buy a house next year, you know who to call. Am I lying, realtors? There you go. So, and this is the thing, the gentleman, Eugene was here earlier saying that you need to be making money even though when you're sleeping. And that's true, because most of the time you realize that if you're working, looks like you might need something else on the side. That's why most of us ended up doing 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, 2 full-times, a part-times, and a whole lot of stuff. It's because there's something that we missed, passive income, something that's making money for you on the side. But luckily, I did meet quite a few people. I learned that in the game as well. And here's one of them. He's one of them that can tell you how you need to set yourself up to be successful in the future by making money even though you are sleeping or you're on vacation or you're in the DR, wherever you are. Something needs to be producing money for you, all right? So now as tax professionals, you work roughly 3 months in a year where you work full-time, not necessarily not doing anything during the rest of the year, but most of your clients come to you anywhere between January through April 15th. So now, what do you do after that? You know, after April 15th, are you doing real estate? Are you doing anything else that's making money for you? So now you don't want to be working. Honestly, some of you might be making a whole lot of money in taxes. More power to you. You might not need it, but if you are doing taxes for 3 months, you have 9 months. What else are you doing in 9 months? So I myself, I'm doing real estate. I do work a little bit in taxes. I try not to get into it too much. Why? Because I love what I do. I love real estate, so I try to stay in there. But also I understand partners with people like you guys, you know, tax offices, the realtors, whether you're in the state or out of state. I understand that makes me a whole lot of money, or whether it's someone who's doing credit repair. That's another game. You know, if you're doing credit repair, you're my best friend. Most of my clients, they have credit issues. So if I'm sending you clients, you're sending me clients, we have the whole game on point, right? So guys, I do, as you guys are warming up to get into the tax season, I understand that if you watch sports, you understand you don't just get in the game, but you practice, you warm up. And this is exactly what you guys are doing today. You're getting yourself ready for the tax season, but at the same time, understand that there's a whole lot of other stuff after taxes you guys can be doing to make money in the game. I'm not asking all of you to do real estate, but it's not just real estate. It's taxes, credit repair, A1Q in the back. This is like a whole game changer again. A lot of stuff you guys can learn from these guys, what they are doing to make money. So get yourself in that. Don't sell yourself short because you can do a lot more than you think, right? If you're doing taxes, taxes is hard itself. So if you can do taxes, then you can do real estate. If you can do real estate, then you can do a whole lot more than that. So, guys, I do want to thank you for coming. Yesterday, I was with Patrick over there at Marriott for the seminar. I can see some of the faces that were there yesterday. So I understand you do take this very seriously. This is your business. This is where you make money. So it's always good to listen to other people and learn as much as you can, because the more you know is the more money you can make. Am I right, Eugene?
Yes.
That's what's up. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, senators. I don't like the way you clap your hands for Mr. Senators. Please, one more time, clap your hands for him. I don't mind you have a tax office, or you have you are a lender, or you are a broker. But you need freedom. You need freedom. You need time. If you have $3 million in the bank, sitting in the bank, not doing nothing, what is your goal? You need one more time, if you're here today, to make money every day. Build a brand. Build a system. Build something. I don't want to meet you next year and say, oh, I'm doing taxes. No, taxes is for 3 months. I don't want that. That's something you can make 200-300K after 3 months. What is the next step? I'm always working in a project. Always. Every day you see me, there is something going on with me. Every day. The next one I'm going to call today. One thing I like about her, she born ready. She's very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands for Woz. Like that, clap your hands for Woz.
Yesterday we covered the topic of having many other. Well, let me introduce myself for those of you that don't know me or didn't attend yesterday event. My name is Rose Marcelin. Been doing this for a little over 30 years. I want to say 25, 30 years. It's not only taxes. I didn't really start with tax. I started with mortgage and financing. So tax came with mortgage because back in the days, before the market crash, you had a lot of different way to make money, and real estate was one of them. And tax came 2007, 2008, the booming of the tax, and 9, 10, and that's when everyone was gonna, incorporate mortgage. If you do mortgage, you do real estate, you're gonna put everything in one because everything matches. So I was able to get myself into that field unknowingly. I only went to apply to get a little job at People's Bank. So I was able to get hired, started there, and haven't stopped then. I grew up to where started my own office, started training, have people come over to do taxes independently or work with me, whichever ways. It was always something evolving, because in this business you always have to evolve. There's no standing still. There's always something new, something to add. Credit came after. Then it's like, okay, let me add credit to the business. So it's always something to move about. But the most important thing is to keep on moving, especially if you're a woman in this business. We are resilient. We tend to take over. I think we took over the business, actually, if I could be truthfully told. There's more women doing taxes than, it's not a study that is shown, but I'm sure a lot of women are doing taxes more than men these days because we're taking over the financial world. So I tend to teach, train, educate, but most importantly, I work with the community to make sure that I deliver the service that I say that I'm going to deliver. And I think we covered a lot yesterday as far as like the tax rules, the tax regulation, the tax everything. So today was more like a panel to discuss certain topic. that anyone wants to talk about or anyone wants to, have question about, because tax is so wide, you never really finish learning tax. You could have the book, all the codes, and you still never finish learning taxes. Mortgage is a little bit easier. It's more paperwork, more documentation, more following up, more letters, more explanation. If you're ever in the process of buying a mortgage, at the end of the day, you want to give up. Because I will be calling you nonstop for papers. Because it's not us, it's the underwriter. The underwriter decide, what to ask for. So taxes, mortgage, real estate, credit repair, loan business funding, all this play a role in getting into your business. So I always say, if you want me to come into your office and set up these things, I'm available. What else that we could talk about? I'm game for questions since I have every topic covered already. So anyone have any questions? Yes. Okay, there's so many different options for entrepreneur. When you say entrepreneur, there's also people that are entrepreneur trying to be investors. If you're in investing, where there's a program for you, that's the DSCR loan. The DSCR does not require anything from you, just 20%. You just need to know that with the DSCR, if you are a first-time investor, because they're looking at your resume as an investment. Oh, okay. So they always ask, okay. So with the 20% down, if you're a first-time investor, they might ask you for an additional 10% because they're not getting anything out of you. They're pretty much taking the property that you have, they do a rental schedule for the rent because you're going to rent the property because you're an investor. And they use that as what gives the value and your income. So they don't need no tax return, no bank statement. That's the investor side. As a self-employed person, if you have 12 months bank statement or 24 months bank statement, you could do a NEVA or a SEVA, which is a no income verification or no assets verification. So you want to have provide different services in your different offices that you have in different locations.
Y'all will provide the same service in different offices.
Okay, services like credit repair,
Most people
mortgage. Okay, you could do two things with mortgage. You could do actual lending in your office as a brokerage, or you could do as a processing center where you process for different lenders and you get paid on each file. I know some processors charge $1,000 to $1,500 each file, which you get directly from the lender. Like when you're at closing, you get that money directly to you. You don't need a license for that. The lending part, you do need a license for that. Yeah, so we could talk more of how you could actually go about in training to be processed. Because a lot of those offices need independent contractors to do their files for them. And there's not many available. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else?
Any question?
Any more questions? Yes, Maggie.
If they wanted to have the mortgages, they actually wanted to mortgages in different offices, are you able to provide that?
Yes. I'll be able to give you access to my whole platform, my dashboard, my program, my software, and you're able to actually enter. It's the easiest thing to take in the application is putting the file in the right direction. So I will be able to put it in the right direction once you collect the information. But I would you get to be an expert because each lenders have exception. Just because there's a guideline that's a step guideline don't mean the lender don't have, each lender have an exception to approve a loan. So you could have access to the platform, the software, and take the application in, and everything is electronic these days. Everything from disclosing the loan, getting signature, and that's one thing I have to know. If we have people that are not computer savvy, that's where you have to hold their hand to actually have them come to the office But other than everything is electronic, everything is automated. You don't even have to see the file unless they need you to see it. Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. I teaches the mortgage class, the tax preparer for business classes, also the tax preparer regular personal. I also train for the business loan. Business loan is a little tricky. The person that does the business funding, it's a little bit different from SBA loan and business funding and commercial loan. There's three different things, but people get it all messed. It's three different things. There's commercial funding, there's business loan, and there's SBA. It's three different things. And I'm able to train in all of that. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if it's the 50-year that you're talking about, the mortgage.
The mortgage, yeah.
And also the rent.
Correct.
You like.
The one thing I know he wants to do, because right now we have 15-year mortgage, 20 years mortgage, and 30 years mortgage. He's trying to make it 50 years to be more affordable for people. And if when you stretch that extra 20 years he's adding, you will never finish paying for your home. You are going to be called a renter. Even at 30 years, you barely could finish paying that property. You literally, and even when you finish paying the property, you still have the tax. Insurance is optional because it's yours. They don't care if you insure it or not. But to hear of 50 years mortgage, it's cutting down your principal into 3. It's a great thing, but do you really ever own that property? Who's gonna really benefit from that property? The government could take the property at any moment, I think. Because 50 years, it's a long time. So I'm not sure they're gonna go for that, but it will help a lot of people though. If your mortgage is 15, it's gonna cut down to $750. So it will help. But it's just that you're gonna be paying a lot of interest, a long time interest in the truth in lending. So, anything else?
No more questions?
Oh, as far as the rent is concerned, you were talking about the DeSantis rent thing, where he say you cannot add additional pay when the person is living in a property, you can't keep on up the rent?
No, they're gonna treat you as a renter. You can't use that as an income.
Oh, on your income tax. Oh yeah, they used to have Schedule E. Well, you used to put, if you have a duplex, if you have extra homes, we could, on Schedule E, we put all your expenses, we put all your mortgage, your statement, your interest, and whatever that comes out of it, it adds to your personal, it adds as an income when we're doing the income worksheet. So they're not allowing it anymore? Is that what he's trying to do? But not to use it as an income for verification?
Maybe I misspoke. The rent that regular people pay, rent, you can pay the mortgage. They want to utilize that.
Oh, to verify if
qualify for mortgage.
I haven't heard that one yet. So if you were renting $2,500, yes, you should be able to buy a property for $2,500. Okay, well, what's the will they have the qualification? Don't they have to go through steps? I have to read into that. Anybody else? Anything? I'm gonna get off. I'm hungry.
All right. Like our hands followers, please. You have a question? Okay. Yes. She got the last question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who had the question? Oh, Nancy.
I know you stated that you provide training. Is there a certain time or when do you start your training? What's the time slots?
I have one that's coming up on, I believe, November 28th, right after Thanksgiving, only because everybody's going to be off, so I figure I'll do it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's a 9 to 5. It's a 3 days course. And that one is for the tax preparation, though.
Okay, is that in person or will
in person?
Televised or online as well?
In person, unless we have people that cannot attend, then we could put a Zoom link, a training link on that, but it's going to be in person in Margate so far.
$2-3 million today. So now, and every day I have someone, Marvin, I need 100K. That's my cycle. So I'm moving on. Like, What's going on? What's going on? So you got to change your circle. After 5 years in business, 10 years in business, you check your bank account. Nothing going on, something wrong. You got to check what's going on. Next year, 2026, I want everybody here today to tell me, hey, there's a big change now. I don't want you to be here sitting down every year and you still in 200K, 300K, something wrong. You got to keep moving, keep pushing. So next guest I'm going to call today, she's a game changer. She changed the game. And I always tell her husband that she don't play with business. Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands for Maggie. Yes, Maggie, I have a great privilege with you today. She's so beautiful, by the way. Clap your hands one more time. Tell them about your success with you and Patrick.
Let's try this again. I met him, Patrick's about 16, 17 years now. We actually was under Rose. Rose is the one that taught us the game. She's the one that taught us taxes and mortgages and processing. And if it wasn't for this lady, I wouldn't be here today. She took her time to, teach us and walk through everything with us, step by step. So if anybody wants to do anything with mortgages, taxes, that is a lady to go to. She's very patient. Dealing with me, back in those days, she's very patient. Now, it wasn't very easy. But I learned through the whole steps. I met Patrick. Patrick was always an entrepreneur. And we learned everything together. We became successful. We worked hard. We started teaching everyone on taxes. We started teaching everyone as well on mortgages as well. And just try to pay forward what Rose has done for us. And we became successful. We met a lot of great people. We met Tina. Tina is an awesome young lady that she does taxes as well. And she's been doing this for over, 20-something years. She's an enrolled agent. She's been so good to us as well. We met Natalie and Hector. Natalie and Hector did the same, does taxes. I watched them run their show and I'm like, wow. Solar the Funder, he's teaching on business funding. He also teaches on business credit as well. He's been in this business for so many years and he's actually mentoring everyone that needs that help when it comes to funding. Trezell and his team, A1Q, they just are fanatic. They changed the game. Right now, they're doing their thing, and I really appreciate everyone. Mo, I don't know if y'all know who Mo is. Mo is Black Tax Fest. He just did a Black Tax Fest with Rick Ross. Him and his wife is phenomenal. So dealing with these entrepreneurs, dealing with these tax offices, we have Dan that has tax office, Shelton. There are so many of them. Dealing with these companies, you get to meet the right people. You get to meet the same mindset of people. So this industry is awesome. Being in this industry, what Rose has showed me, I have met the best people in the world, and every single one of them are millionaires. Don't let these people fool you. They are very humble people. Very humble. Don't let them fool you because they can show you the game. Everyone in this industry needs a mentorship. Without mentorship, you can't excel, scale the business. Yes, we all can make money. It's easy to make money, right? But if you want to excel your business, if you want to create wealth, you have to have a mentorship. If it's Solo the Funder, if it's Mo, if it's Rose, if it's Tina, if it's A1Q, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you actually have someone that's behind you, that's taking accountability to help you, to guide you, to walk you through the whole process. Believe me, we have over 400 tax offices. We do so many bank products. I'm not even going to tell you the numbers we do because it's in a high scale. I just don't even want to go there. But what I can tell you is I couldn't do it without any of them. Not only do I mentorship, they mentor me as well. So this is all about coming together, creating a team, and helping each other.
Wow, wow. Put your hands together for Maggie. So, Maggie, I know it was very, very difficult for you and Patrick, but you guys still made it. There is one key. You can tell them one word. What is it? Even though the moment it was very difficult for you guys, but if you can describe it in one word, what is it? Discipline, communication. What is it?
It's actually discipline. For you to do what we do and continue to push no matter what happens. Remember, success is not perfect. We go up and we go down. And we go up and we go down. But through the whole process, if you can keep having passion for it, being disciplined, being able to go through those waves, that's the most important. When you have that passion and you're going to push through, and then understanding your why. You know, a lot of times your why is your family, your kids, but it's also your clients. We can't fold. We have to keep pushing no matter how hard it gets, no matter what happens, we still have to do it for y'all.
Thank you so much, Maggie. So, I think, Maggie, for me, you and Patrick is, there's two things. Discipline, communication. You have to communicate with your partner.
Everybody in here is usually their personal, and when the personal goes down, now you can't get no money. Now I could just use my business and my personal is still up at 700 or whatever it's gonna be.
I tell you.
and then we were giving people, like majority everybody in our tax office, when we get the funding and everything else. So we've been getting people 200, 300, 150, whatever thing that's out there, we always make sure that we're almost always helping our clients get capital and everything else.
Did you get it, young man? All right, clap your hands for Mr. Van. Don't use your personal credit card. Don't use it. That's the game changer. You need business credit card. If you don't have it, you're gonna have it today.
And I'm part of this group called Rising King, right? So I'm learning from, we'll say it again, white people showing me how to really get money and everything else. And I want to show my peoples how I'm getting the money, how I'm a part of a group where they're showing me how they get in capital. They don't use their money, they use other people's money, right? So it's better, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to show. One of the biggest thing in our community is, let's say everybody in here is making $300,000, $400,000. You got to do them taxes to show, and that's another thing too. You got to show that you're making money in your business, not saying you only make $30,000 to $40,000 and thinking that you're going to get capital. So that's another thing. Scary money don't make no money. It took me a long time to actually do that, but when I realized that you got to show that you make money to get more money, you're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know what you're gonna do with the money. And the part of the group that I'm in right now, and the reason that we want you guys to start understanding what funding is and everything else, is that we could come stronger collectively. You gotta know what your net worth is. And in our own collective, in this room alone, I think last year we did over $47 million of money in bank product. That's huge. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a group right now. These guys are doing trillions of dollars, but they put their money together in a trust fund and everything else, and understanding how to buy units, how to buy. When you try to do one thing by yourself, it's not going to actually work. So one of the biggest things is everybody's going to say how they're going to get the money. We're going to show you guys how to get the money. As you see in South Florida, they're building properties, apartment complex and everything else. Wouldn't you guys want to be part of that ordeal, building these properties and storage units? And I don't even want to deal with properties right now. Everything is storage units. Remember, these guys, they said, why are you going to go buy property where you got to go, they're going to call you and tell you they got to fix this, you got to fix that. We don't want toilets. We want storage units. If you get a storage unit, you're going to make so much money just on a storage unit. You don't need that much maintenance. All you need is somebody to be watching that storage unit, and you can be building. If you look around South Florida, you got a storage unit that has over 160. That's rent. So these are the things that we have to do and get to. And we have, like, today we're going to have realtors. We got construction. I got one of my partners, Hector, he's going to be coming up here. He's doing construction and all that other stuff. And he's flipping a property in less than a year and capitalizing and making his money automatically and buying units and stuff like that. So these are the things that we can flip and make money in all these things. And it doesn't have to go through Patrick and everything else. We have lawyers. We also have a big lawyer on our team coming up tax season, where anything that we have problems with taxes or anything like that, or any in the situations and getting what do you call it? What do you got? What? Not audit. The thing you just went with him the other day. Trust funds. The trust and everything else. So these are all things that we have to align ourselves, because we're making more money than we were making before. So these are things that we have to protect ourselves and actually start doing and everything else. Like he was saying earlier, and I'm gonna get off and stuff, but when you have a dream, you have to, like, automatically. In this building right here, I can tell you, me and Maggie, we went through hell in this building. And Casa de Amor.
You don't have to cry, Parker. You got this. You got this.
We lost a lot of money in this building, and even at times I wanted to quit.
It's okay, man. You got this. You got this.
But Protax Link, it was a breeze. But this right here, it's a monster. Just because you see somebody do something, don't think you can do it. Just because you see, like, hey, like taxes, like I tell everybody, that's the most easiest thing to actually do. Like, we have something where it's just paper. But when you see somebody says, hey, I want to open this business and this and that, it's a lot of work. This has been the #1 challenge in my life. And
you got it. You go ahead, man. You got this, Patrick.
But God has been good, and this has went viral to the point where it just went to the sky and stuff like that. But
when you see he's crying like that, that means he's already made it. Clap your hands for him, please. It's not easy. He made it. The money's here. Don't cry, young man.
Only when I talk about Casa de Amor, because I know the hell I went through it. This one was like, it took a lot out of my family and everything else. This has been, like, when you hear sweat and tears, it's a lot that goes into that inside there. So it's really deep. That one right there, I really got burnt on this one. This one was like, whoa. But thank you guys. But like I told you, the sky is the limit, and everything else. When you see something, you want to go out for it, you just go ahead and do it. But thank you guys.
Wow. Maggie, you're gonna cry too? No? Oh, okay.
When my husband cried, I cried too.
Oh, yes, I like
Because
that.
I understand what what he's going through, because we went through it together. And not only is he crying because of what he went through, but he's crying because he's so grateful. Grateful for God, grateful for the people that surround us, grateful for the community, grateful for the people that supported us. So that cry, I know my husband very well. He's not very detailed in communicating, but that cry is not only for the pain and the struggle, but for the gratitude. That's it.
Wow. I tell you, you need a great partnership in your life. She's the one. Let's go, Maggie.
I wanted you to express to them how important it is for mentorship. To actually go, to have somebody that already went through this, to be able to actually hold their hands, or any of our, our peoples that's here, our partners, that is able to help them and guide them through the process. If it's for taxes, open up restaurants. We have Mo over here. Mo's a restaurant owner as well. He has Fat Tuesdays. He has all kinds of stuff. But all of this came through from taxes, right?
Pat, the one thing I wanted to say, man, to everybody, when you're talking about this restaurant, Pat, the reason why it was so difficult is because you guys are thumping in here, bro. And I know so many people in the restaurant business that's struggling to get customers. They're trying to. And so it could be, like, most of the frustrations is because there's so many people. The demand is so high. It's like you guys got people coming out of everywhere and just trying to manage. So sometimes it's like being careful what we ask for. Like, even want customers, it's like, oh my God, I got a lot of customers. So it's kind of the same thing with the restaurant industry too. It's like you want to have a lot of people, but then all of a sudden, like Pat last night, man, you got 400 people here, 200 people there, and you're trying to balance all this stuff. So, man, I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you and Maggie, because it's so hard to start a brand new restaurant with no franchise, no name, and go viral basically right out the gate, bro. And so I just want to tell you, you're so blessed, man. You're so blessed. I'm getting emotional back here thinking about it. And I'm just.
And I had, like, last year, 2 years ago, I had a nervous breakdown of all the businesses and managing everything else. And I went to this group called, like what Maggie's talking about, it's called Rising King. And it was a bunch of different men. Sometimes with us as men, we hold a lot of things in and not understanding what it is and everything else. So I went to this group, and it was a white group and everything else, and I told them I wasn't gonna go, and I wasn't gonna do the whole. It was a workout. So it was different. It was like military style, and it was a challenge for me and everything else. And I just ended up going, and it was God that really sent it, because I told him I wasn't gonna go. They was doing it during tax season and everything else, and they sent it to me. But what I've learned is, in us as men, we sit here, and a lot of us, we don't get together as men and have our problems and everything else. And in this group, it's a Christian group, but they break you down like Jesus. They whoop you. Like you really go through this whooping. Like they really go into this process and everything else. But what it taught me is that sometimes you might have a friend, and these guys, I'm talking about, I just met these men. There was like 38 men. And I've had friends for 17, 18 years. These guys are more my brothers than people that I know, because we went through a process in 3 days, and it transformed us and stuff like that. So sometimes, like in us, and I got this group, like my kitchen staff, that we're gonna be doing it and having that training. You have to build that bond amongst each other with women and men and stuff like that, to know, because mental health is big, especially when we're doing this type of business and all that other stuff. So that's what Maggie wanted me to talk. But mentorship, like right now, I got Solo the Funder, and I got like 3 to 4 different things. You cannot know everything in business. Sometimes you're gonna win and lose, so it's better sometimes you want that person that went through it to show you, instead of you trying to figure it out yourself, because you're gonna lose a lot of money and a lot of time and stuff like that.
Do you have another question for Patrick? Okay, Peter, bring the microphone.
When is the class, Patrick?
1 second.
That's it.
Yeah, we have a couple classes for. We just hired someone. We have Tina that does Crosslink. We have Rose that does that, but we're gonna have one internal that we just hired somebody that is gonna be year round. Where if you have any problems with taxes or anything like that, I think Maggie has a deal with her for $4.99, and then you can have series of questions. She's gonna be doing a class for 6 weeks, coming I think next week or whatever, and we're gonna be doing a webinar and talking about that or whatever. So everybody that wants to sign up in that particular thing. One of the things that I realized, Tina did a class with a lot of people last year, and everybody's they still doing taxes in 09. They don't even know how to really do actual taxes the way they're supposed to. You guys have to learn and take that time to actually, if you want to make more money, you got to pour and learn everything that you're going to do. So Rose is going to be doing one. I think Rose is going to do a crash one, but this lady's going to do one for 6 to 8 weeks. So a lot of things that you guys don't know and y'all losing a lot of money is because of the fact is you're not doing the full taxes, like tax planning and all that other stuff.
Okay, I guess you kind of answered my question as far as classes or mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
If we can be mentored by someone, would you recommend? Did they have any? Where can we get the information?
What are you trying to get mentored in?
As a business owner, so I guess with taxes, and I do real estate. I know I'm gonna work with Rose. I
Yes.
met Rose yesterday, and I know Maggie. But do they have like a mentor? I'm gonna talk to Maggie about the mentorship
Yes.
program.
Yes, we're gonna have a mentorship with the women and the groups and understanding, even in here, right? In here, there's a lot of money in here, right? So, like we were talking about yesterday, you have to network and understand who's in the room, just not be comfortable with who you know and everything else. You do real estate, and now you could get a lot of people in here doing taxes. So guess what? They got tax customers that they could people to refer you to get mortgages, and you're making money off that too. So that's what we need to combine and come together and start doing more than what we were doing before.
Right. All right. Thank you.
No more question? All right, Peter.
Hey Patrick, how you doing?
Great.
You know who I'm currently with. Kind of give you a brief information about my background. If I wanted to do a switch dealing with you from who I'm currently with right now as a tutor, how would that process go and how would I benefit from it?
Well, on the tax field, I'm not an expert. I know I could get you more money in your office with showing you how different strategies, how to get more customers in your office. On other stuff, we have an actual team that we're gonna get together. I hate telling people that we're gonna mentor people and not be actually completely having everything ready. But on the tax field, we have that ready, and we have business funding automatically. Those two topics that you actually need that we talked about, we have Solo the funder. He's going to be coming up here with business funding, and actually the taxes, we're automatically able to help you with that actual field and make sure that you progress where you need to go to.
Perfect. On the property side that you and I have talked about, I own multiple properties, and you did mention that it is best to get money off those properties and invest them in elsewhere.
Correct.
What was the reason of recommending that? What would you say would be the best way to go with that?
I think South Florida is a lot of saturated. Going out of town, I see a lot of different opportunity in South Florida because of the fact is the prices is high. I have people right now, like the Rising King, right? I met this guy in 3 days. He's about to give me my dream, one of my dream things that I wanted to be is a garbage man, right? And he's gonna give me a property for over 180 people doing valet garbage. So in out of town is more like I got people that went to Texas Texas is wide open. Texas, all you need is 20% to open a hotel at $1.2 million. You're not gonna get that in South Florida. You understand what I'm saying? So we sit here and this is a rich state, don't get me wrong. But in the end of the day, our money is not as long as if you go out of town and you're gonna flip and make way more money.
So you're recommending getting the capital of the properties that I currently own and invest them into something else in another state?
Yeah. And then right now, to tell you the truth, I don't know the real estate market, so I'm not an expert in that market, but I know
it's really bad right now for me.
Yeah. So building, like I told you, storage units and all that other stuff, that's automatically, people is going to be using that all day. You need something that's necessary where you're going to be making capital all day, and that's where it's at. An apartment complex is good too, but you want to be the owner, not the person that's doing it. One of the biggest things that I would tell people to get into is buying your own, what's the thing you buy, babe? Instead of buying the property, buying the what? The note. So one of the biggest things, we got a lawyer that we paid some money for. Instead of going buy properties, you buy the note. I can't hear you. Say that.
With buying the note. Buying the note is basically when, for me, it wouldn't work because I own my properties outright.
Okay.
If I come across anyone who's selling notes, that's like buying the deed of the property while the person still have a loan. So that don't work in anyone's favor that is not coming up with cash to buy those properties outright.
Yeah, but for right now, it's not going to work because the properties are too high right now.
Correct.
But later on, when we do have money, what I tell everybody right now is stack. Like right now.
I agree.
Like right now, what I would tell everybody right now is we don't know what the state of is this going to be at. So I know I'm on camera right now and we live, but start stacking and taking that money out, yo, because this government is funny right now. Don't go ball out of control.
The note, to buy the note, this is the most important thing to remember. Right now, you are going to be facing a whole sum of foreclosure coming into the market. So short sale is your best bet. And I process the short sales as well. You don't send short sale. If the property, the bank will give it to you for $200. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. But it's not in foreclosure. So if you do have money right now you want to stack, put away, short sale is your way to go. By next year, there's going to be a whole lot of short sale.
Can I ask one question? Patrick.
Yes, go ahead.
If tomorrow I hit the lotto, I got $5 million, what are your 5 things to do with that $5 million? Your best advice, solid, no lose.
Man, hold your money, dog. Don't move it. Go buy a property out of the country, because that's the facts right now, yo. Don't go invest into no business. If you got $5 million, sit on it.
Save your money. Invest other people money. Clap your hands for them, guys, please. Guys, introduce you guys.
So my whole net worth just went up when I walked on this stage. I just felt like my whole bank account, everything went up. So how you guys doing? I'm a pleasure to be here. My name's Mowbray Rowan. Everybody calls me Mr. Mo, out of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Memphis, Tennessee. And I met Maggie and Pat last year at Black Tax Fest, and then I met Pat at the IRS conference in Orlando. And I'm just really excited to be here with you guys in Florida tonight.
I'm Chris Page in the Black Tax Services. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I met a lot of you all yesterday by way of Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas to be exact. I actually met Mo at the IRS Tax Forum, and I met Pat at Black Tax Fest. And like I said yesterday, just being associated with men that look like me, that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, not seeing them as competition, but also as allies, and and wanting to partner with them, it just brings the value up that much more. As I said back there, I'm sitting, and I don't get very emotional very often, but Pat had me in my feelings back there, and I'm thinking, man, it's a pleasure to be here. It really has been, and I thank you guys so much. I mean, this has really been very eye-opening for me, because sometimes we just so tunnel vision and we just get focused on what we're doing, and this is just unbelievable. So thank you guys.
We're gonna take questions, and it's the two great speakers here. So if you have questions, any kind of questions, and they're gonna answer it for it. You have a question? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you come over? She's so beautiful. Clap your hands for her. She's beautiful.
Thank you all for being here and for generously giving your time. My name is Naomi. I have a question from the entrepreneurial standpoint. I'm a young entrepreneur. I have 2 businesses. And right now I find it hard to juggle the 2. And I wanted to know your perspective on how did you juggle your multiple businesses and when did you know when to pivot?
So how you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
And so I'm gonna tell you, one of the things that I teach entrepreneurs, that multiple streams of income is a tool of the rich, but not a tool to get rich. And for years, we just locked in and focused on taxes. I tell people, if you want to make other streams of income, go ahead and get rich first. Figure out something that's gonna pour money onto you. But before you do that, it's so hard trying to make a lot of money doing a lot of different things, right? And so I'm just gonna encourage you to almost put blinders on for a minute. Like, find the thing that makes the money, dig into it, stay on it, pump it, until it pour money on you. And then once it does that, the second, third, fourth things are gonna be so much easier for you, because you're gonna have resources, you're gonna be able to hire people, you're gonna be able to market, you're gonna be able to spend money on things 2, 3, and 4, right? And so that's kind of the problem when you're trying to do them at the same time. It's like, I'm not getting enough to be able to actually make the money really happen for us. So we spent years just one thing, it popped, and then now it's got all kind of stuff being able to work from it.
Thank you.
I said the same thing yesterday. If you treat your business like a garage sale, you get garage sale results. So you're gonna have to really focus 100% into what's making the money right now, to forego what's gonna make the money later. Just like what Mo was just saying, you'll be able to put resources in place to make those things happen. And now you just start the business and step back from it. And all you're doing now is overseeing everything. Yeah. So dedicate 100% of whatever's making that money. If you're in the tax industry, that ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
Mine is, you gotta feed the monster. You gotta feed the monster. If that's what's making you make money, you just gotta feed the monster. You can't just go half-ass saying, "Hey, I'm gonna put 50%, 90%." It's not gonna work. You just gotta, like, the outcome that you put in, God is gonna automatically bless it. But if you just put 50%, 75%, and you don't put your all into it, it's not gonna work. You just gotta feed the monster. You just gotta put it all in and go in faith. If you believe in it, it's gonna come.
And the other thing that I would say to entrepreneurs too, if you're gonna add multiple streams of income, Naomi, you want to add it as a stream of something that you already have, right? Meaning, if you're into taxes, like, you don't want to go and let me something off the blue. Let me add another stream to the tax business, right? Right, and so then now, you know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? So if you got taxes, maybe you add business funding as a stream of income into that, or add a service to your platform, right? If you're doing interior design, maybe you add coaching to it, right? But you just add maybe, other products or other streams to add a more offering to what you have, but it's not necessarily completely different thing, because then that way you can keep focused. Right.
Thank you so much.
One more thing. So, like he was saying, piggybacking is just basically all the businesses that we have to treat it like a funnel. Like, when somebody comes into your establishment, you got to upsell them and everything, just not one thing. Like, when they come and do taxes, hey, credit has to do with it, selling a house, because that piece of paper that they come and get you from you all the time, that's the money. When they call you, hey, I need my 1040, you don't know what they calling for that 1040. They need to go buy a house. You just lost money. I make, no lie, majority of all my clients, I make at least $10,000 to $20,000 to $30,000 life throughout the whole entire time when I get a client. I'm not only selling one thing. I got properties. Hey, if I know somebody, they sell property, they're gonna give me a deal. Mortgage, I make money with. Everything that, if everybody would tell you, what's my cut? I'm gonna get something out of it, but I'm gonna send you the client. I'm not gonna do the work, but my whole name is Missing Link. I am the missing link to whatever problem that you got. But you always gotta, like you said, follow up with everything that, so you can have it like business funding and everything else. So when that client comes in, it's just a funnel.
Yes, Maggie, you have a question?
That these men on stage are very successful. Can y'all break down what y'all do? And don't be humbled. I need them to understand who you are and what you do, and how long it took you, and like he asked me, what is the word to use, if it's discipline, if it's passion? Explain to them how you got there so that maybe they can mimic.
So, since I'm around family, I'm gonna be honest, right? I said this at Black Tax Fest. I used to be a not so good guy, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And you can follow me how you want to follow me, but I was in the industry that I believe my mentor told me that good dope would sell itself. Follow me. That good dope would sell itself, right? A lot of people step on it, you know, and it's watered down. No fool with them, you know. But when I made that transition, see, I'm connecting. That's what I'm talking about. I'm connecting. When I made that transition into the tax industry, I remember something. That same principle applies here. If you provide a good service, the business will follow. And I knew that I couldn't be everywhere at any given time in the same principle. I used to want to be Pablo Escobar, Nino Brown. Those are my idols. I'm not. My son is sitting right here. He'll let you know I used to have a hat that says, you know, the Black Pablo Escobar, like, you know, later on in life, right? But I will tell you the person who was behind me when I made this transition was my wife. And she was my driving force. Because the lifestyle that I introduced her to, she wasn't used to. And she said to me that, well, I don't want to be a part of this life because I can tell that you're not even sleeping at night. So anyway, when I switched gears, all I ever kept remembering is that if I provide a great service, that people will follow. And then I started training people to also do it. I couldn't replicate myself. And one of the biggest disappointments, I'm going to tell everybody who's an entrepreneur, the only time I've ever been disappointed is when I put the same type of energy that I would want to get out of a person that I will give to them. That's when I was disappointed. Let me say it again, because maybe I confused that. The only time I was confused is when I did not see in the person I was training the results that I would give them if they were training me. And so I had to remove myself from that and just focus on the subject matter, and that was providing a great service. And as I grew, as we grew the business, I started surrounding myself around people that were doing it at a higher level, and I looked at them like, man, I ain't really making no money because I'm around these guys and they're really killing it, right? So that really changed the game for me. I had a mentor who turned out to be a snake. This guy taught me a lot about the tax industry, but he did not teach me how to grow my business. And it wasn't until we ran into a situation that I got with somebody who taught me this industry and really shared the knowledge with me that I really took off. And I realized that everything I was doing solo was preventing me from expanding because I thought I had all the answers and I didn't. But the tax business took me to another level. In 2019, I bought my first Rolls Royce Phantom, and it was for rental. It was for renting out. You know, I said, one of my clients, Joe Johnson, I do his taxes. And so he was sharing with me all the cars that he had purchased. I'm like, well, I don't never see these cars, man. He's like, I bought these cars for them to be rented out. He said, so we started going through his documentation. I said, I got to get a part of this. So when I bought that first one, I ain't gonna lie, I was like Pat at one particular time. As soon as I bought that car, COVID hit and everything shut down. And if I'm being honest, I was like, oh shit. I done made a mistake because this is not 250,000, this is 549,000. And so the game kind of changed for me. But then DeSantis opened up Florida. Florida was the only state. So during COVID, I bought a second Rolls Royce. So long story short, the tax industry has propelled me to do other things. The real estate, I've got a little mini apartment complex that I own and operate. But everything has come from tax industry. And I've been in this business, this will be my second decade coming up. But it hasn't been because there hasn't been a lot of trial and error. And I just want to be transparent with you. The only thing that separates me from somebody who gave up is I didn't give up on that 10th fall. That's it.
How you guys doing? So for me again, my name's Mobley Rowan. I started doing taxes in 2010. Come from a sports and football background, so I was like the athlete, football coach. And someone hit me up one day and was like, man, Mo, you can start doing taxes. And I never forget, Pat, somebody showed me a check for $70,000 for their first drop during tax season. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, damn, you can make a lot of money doing taxes. And some of you guys probably, maybe remember the first time you saw that you realized this could happen too. And so that was in 2010. And me and my wife, we started just like most people, mom and pop, just doing it at the house, and just her and I. And we started getting into software. And then I got the idea of, well, as opposed to just selling software to people like I was seeing everybody else doing, because it was kind of like crowded, everybody was just kind of selling software. And so we decided we would create an entire platform. As opposed to just giving people software, we would give them the entire sauce. How to do taxes, how to prepare, how to market, how to train, put them all in the platform. And what I learned was, and this is just for everybody in the room, the more you give, the more you make. And that was the thing that I had to realize, because at first we were giving people like just referrals, and we would pay, referrals, $50, $100. And I couldn't get the business to take off the way I wanted to. And so we went for a few years just trying to hire people, trying to pay referrals and that kind of thing. And it was, it just kind of stayed mom and pop those first few years. And it wasn't until we made the opportunity larger for people that we began to take off. And so that's what I learned. And I've taken that really from this day forward, Maggie, making opportunity bigger for people. That's how you ultimately make more money. And so if you're in this room right now, you're trying to figure out, well, how do I go to the next level? How do I make more money? How do I go to the next step? I'm going to challenge you to make your opportunity bigger. I'm going to challenge you to do more, to give more. And per tax return, Pat, we actually made a whole lot less versus when we were just kind of keeping the majority and paying $50 referral, right? We were making more per return, but at the end of the year, we was making a whole lot less. And once I flipped it to, hey, y'all keep all the money, and I'll take my little piece, we got filthy rich. Ain't that crazy? And so then, the volume, right? And so that's what I would tell everybody in the room, like switch your mentality to where you make things about other people, where you make success stories about other people. Like how the more value you give, the more people you help. And that's what we did. We shifted our whole mentality from even doing taxes at all. It's like, we're going to stop preparing taxes, and we're going to become the place that we teach people how to prepare taxes. How do you scale your tax business? And when we became the place of scale, the place of taking people to the next level, like everything that we did exploded from there. And so we locked in on taxes for a while. Then just like Chris, when COVID happened, we really, really turned up. And so that's what I'll tell everybody too. When things hit, when things happen, everybody starts getting depressed, that's when you need to be striking. Yep, when everybody's going right, you should go left. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, we turned up. And so we started buying properties. We went to Dominican Republic and into Sosua, and we purchased Fat Jesse's, we purchased Slim Jesse's, we purchased a yacht business. And so we got 4 restaurants in the DR, and we bought a yacht. not for just personal use, but to rent out. Right, we can use it for free. And we use their yacht as as an extension of the restaurant. So we have all the restaurant stuff on the yacht that people can see. We cater it out there as well, and then that helps expose all the restaurants there. Fast forward there, then we purchased Fat Tuesdays, which you guys have them here in Florida and in Miami. But we own the largest Fat Tuesday in the world. 4-story Fat Tuesday. We purchased it in Memphis. Then we bought another restaurant called Esco Restaurant and Tapas with 2 chains, and we purchased that. We put that in Memphis, Tennessee. We did $1 million our first 6 weeks in that restaurant, $45,000 our first day, $45,000 the first day we opened up Fat Tuesday. I was telling my man Jay in the back, I was like, we needed something that we could begin to make money every day, because taxes and real estate was always so slow, as far as once a year. And so we started doing things that we can make money, right away. And so now we got films and movies and real estate and, all these things, but it all came from taxes. And it all came from being very, very singular focused at first. And people are often asking me, well, Mo, how you do so much? It's like, well, I don't work at any of those places. I don't work in the business, I work on the business. And so for my entrepreneurs that's trying to go to the next level now, you need to work on your business just as much as you work in your business.
Yeah, we got some powerful people here today. So like I told you, just don't be talking, like get that knowledge from, team up, understand who's here. You know what I'm saying? We got other big people that's coming on the stage. So these guys are really huge. For me, it's a crazy story. I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be in the NBA. It didn't really happen. I was an NBA basketball player. I wanted to be in the NBA, but when I found out it takes 0.1 to make it in the NBA, so I had to figure out how I'm gonna make my money. So I got into the music industry, wanted to do videos and everything else. That was my background. I went to go buy a camera. I had one of my cousins. He was telling me about this tax game, how I went to him to get the money for the camera. He didn't give it to me. He only gave me $2,000. And he was like, yo, go get your money or whatever. So I ended up learning how to do taxes. I wanted to buy a $60,000 camera. When I seen how much money I made that first year, one of my mentors, Rose, she did a class. I went in there. I had a restaurant with my mom, and I cut it in half. They had like high-end computers and everything else. I didn't have that much money. I had a BMW 525. God is good. Somebody ended up hitting my car, right? Hit my car. I chased it. I went to the chiropractor. I got my money. Opened the office. Built the wall. And whatever I gotta do. So I opened the office. My first year, I did over 700 people my first year. And I just went out there, passed flyers, did what I had to do. When I'm focused and tunnel, I'm gonna go do what I need to do. So end up doing that, blew up. How I got in the service bureau game is somebody came to me and offered me. Another thing is, I was in the streets in the beginning. Maggie had to stop me. So I would like to be in the streets in the beginning and stuff like that. So she was telling me I'm better than that, I need to stop and all that other stuff. So I liked the fast money or whatever. So I had to listen to her and everything else. And when I got into the tax service bureau, I ended up telling Maggie, yo, this is it. This makes a lot of money. This is where we need to go to. This is where I seen the future. I seen where I can do with it and everything else. In the beginning, we didn't even have a room. We didn't even have money to do the actual event. We did it in our own house. And we were doing tax classes inside the house and have every tax office people come in there, and we're teaching the classes how to do. I was a teacher teaching other people how to do the taxes and stuff like that. So we came far from where we at and everything else where we started. And there's people till today that's with us when we started in our own house that be telling us today, be like, hey, I remember when we used to go to your house and Maggie's cooking in the back while we teaching how to do taxes. And we talking about tax offices and stuff like that. So it's been a journey, but I can say that taxes is what made this all happen. You know what I'm saying? This is a journey, and you just got to be fruit to the labor. You just got to give back to what got you where you got to. So that was my journey and then what I do is I look at it, since I wanted to be an NBA player, as long as I made the roster as 15 and I have that salary, so I'm actually in the NBA. So I'm a New York Knicks because I'm on the roster, so I see they payroll. As long as I'm the 15th man, I make so much money with them, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I make my dream. I don't gotta
Clap
try
your
out.
hands for them. All right, guys. One thing I want all of you here, to understand. You have a goals. You wish the goals, but the goals is not the destination. The system is the destination. They've been working on the goals. Patrick, the coaches, they come in very far. They make it. When they make it, they build a system. They can make money every day. Everybody here, I want 2026, you get a system to make money for. Patrick can go to vacation. The system's still working. They coach on vacation right now. They're speaking right now, they're on vacation. They're still making money. And about you, tomorrow, I want you to do the same thing. I don't want nobody to come here 2026 say, oh, I'm still making 200K in taxes. No. What is your goal for the next system? Still making taxes? Trump might stop that tomorrow. What is your next goal? I don't want that. I want you to make a lot of money and different things and make a system. If you don't want to do that, tomorrow don't call me. If you see me, don't say anything about. I don't know you. I don't know you. You just see me, but I don't know nothing about you. Because I already tell you what's coming. You get yourself ready. So you think I am gonna just sit down here talking to your girls and talking about you need 50K? Oh, I need this, I need that. I don't have time for that. What is your project? What is your plan? Tell me, bring your plans to me. I will tell you what is my plans, and we go up together. I don't have time for that. This is the reason why Patrick here today, because he got someone to go up together. The same thing with those coaches. What you're gonna do? You still outside smoking, clubbing with teenagers? That's your goal? Please, my name is Marvin Gittenberg Eugene. Don't call me. Don't say you don't know me. One more time, guys. I have A1Q and the building. They're here. They're very young. But guess what? All of them already got it, already made it. A1Q system, they were right here. I didn't say A1Q coaches, A1Q system. If you inside, we've been doing business for more than 15 years. If you inside A1Q, that means you made it already. That's a system. You cannot make money without system. You don't see Facebook, that's a system. Snapchat, a system. TikTok is a system. Airbnb is a system. What is your system? You take Casa de Amor, is like this, like that. That's a system. More than 50 people working actually right now. This is the CEO. This is the boss. Right here. It's not easy. You've been doing that for 20 years, 30 years. So you, what is your next goal? What is your next step? I am the one gonna make it for you? Or you have to make it? Don't tell me because, oh, I am black, you black, I am this. I hate those excuses. I am black. He's a black man. What you talking about? Discipline, communication. Know what you want. What is your vision? If you don't have no vision, I am the one gonna put the vision for you. When I tell my wife my first house, I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna move it, put it in Airbnb. She said, no, you cannot do that. I said, listen, just believe on my dream. Just believe on me. When I tell her the second house I'm gonna put it in Airbnb, she said, you moving for all your life? I said, baby, You wanna be sit down, relax, take care of the kids? You wanna do that? Let me move my dreams. Now she's traveling everywhere in the world. Say, Daddy, I see what your dream was. You need to follow your mentor. You need to follow your coach. You need that in your life. And this is the reason why I'm very proud to be with Patrick and those two coaches today. Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands.
Really strong in your slow season. And I know first thing they're gonna say is that what slow season? Yeah, so really when you have the business working, man, the key is to not get slow. Right, and I know tax season is obviously for one part of the year, which is why, for us, I didn't want to be one of those companies that kind of you saw us and you didn't, and so we came up with this thing called being omnipresent, and we kind of shift the game from like taxes being just the first quarter of the year to where we just kind of stayed present and out there all year round, all year round. So we took away the slow part of it and just made taxes all year round. Once the EIC go away, then now you start the amendments, then you start the business funding, now you got the mortgages, and then you got the insurance, and so you can build it out to where you can kind of remove the slow season piece of it.
So you weren't there yesterday, right? Okay. So the reason I mentioned going outside the box of W-2s and 1099s is that you still have business clients out here, man, that need you every quarter, all right? So when we talk about don't get slow, you want to talk about those, remember I said that making that pivot from W-2s, 1099s, and Schedule Cs, now you want to talk about the 11 series. That's just the continuation part, all right? So you want to educate yourself and business clients. And if they don't find you, you go find them. That's it. I gave it to you yesterday. You got a lot of barbers out here. You got a lot of nail techs. You got a lot of eyelash people. You got a lot of landscapers. You got all those things. If they don't come and find you, you go find them. And then you show them why they need you. That's it. You offer them a free, hey, I'm going to give you a consultation. I want to talk to you about your business and how I can help you make more money and save more money in the process. You'll never get slow. You ain't worry about January to April 15th, there's going to be a caveat because you're going to make more money and have less clients outside of that. When I tell you, going from $300 to $400, whatever your office minimum is, $500 per person, that's nothing when you talk about you have a client that you're charging $10,000 every quarter. You get your 4 of them, man, you're making 40 grand every quarter. I mean, how many quarters in a year? 4. 40 times 4 is what? 40 times 4 is what? 40 times 4? Yeah. You ain't got slow yet. You ain't got slow yet. Payroll, bookkeeping, there's all kind of, when you're in this space, man, you just got to think outside the box. When I told you yesterday, you got to stand outside of that line. Everybody's in line to get ready for January 1st. They're like a pit bull on a leash, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Nobody's in the line that says 1120s, 940s, and 941s. That's when you're reporting payroll. That's when you're reporting bankruptcy. So like, when I tell you this opportunity, man, brings in a whole line of money. You're limiting yourself with the lack of education. Yeah, we do a pretty good job when we're training about intro to taxes, but W-2s and 1099 is the intro to taxes. If you want to sustain yourself for the entire year, you got to think outside the box. You will never get slow. That's the game. Now you called me, I'm about to charge you, and I don't get slow.
One of the things is with me, my mind's always moving, so I don't get slow. But the thing about it is, in the tax game, yeah, like I told y'all yesterday, y'all getting a software that costs $2,000 to $3,000. Y'all not using the full software to the ability that y'all need to use it to and stuff like that. So one of the biggest things is, not everything you got to make money with the client in the beginning. Some of the things you want to will that client in, so you're going to give something for free. But you're going to get them in the back end later on. But you want to do, like, even if it's credit repair, whatever it is that you're giving that client in the beginning, so you get them as a tax client, so you get more in the end. But not only go after, like he said, January clients. Y'all stop as soon as y'all first get your first drop. So guess what? There's more customers that y'all can make money with, but y'all not getting those customers. So it's a lot of more money than just like after you finish do the bank product and all that other stuff, but there's extra money that then you could get cash and everything else. I got this one guy, and especially Spanish people, they make so much money on just the other side of the other process, getting people on that guy I-10s and all that other stuff. You charge those people for that. You charge them to do the Schedule C and putting they set up and everything else. That's a process. But these people come after you finish get your money. But these are extra people that you have. So that's what I would say for the tax game. But always have other income coming in.
And my final question is, what was one thing I had to learn the hard way?
Not preparing. The hard way that I had to learn it is, like I told you yesterday, today, just seeing somebody and you saying, hey, you want to open a business and not actually know what you're getting into and the cost of it. Once you in, so you can't lose. So you just got to keep on dumping it and everything else. So the hardest thing that I had to learn is basically getting into something that I didn't know the whole outcome and not having so much people inside there. Like if it's just you and your partner and somebody else, it's easy. But when you have a whole bunch of people that's involved, it makes it a little harder. So for me, the hardest thing for me in business is just getting into something where not getting everything all together in ducks.
I think the hardest thing for me is getting out of my own way. I felt like I had to be involved in everything all the time. And that was a hard adjustment for me. Because I knew that I knew how I wanted it done. And I knew I didn't want anybody to have a say-so in what I had going on. So I wanted to be involved in everything. And making that decision to kind of step back was really hard for me. I'll be honest with you. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Is stepping back and just giving instruction and trusting someone else's outcome for that. That was one of the hardest things, man. But, you know, like Mo was saying, put those systems in place. That was a hard thing for me.
I think for me, most of you guys can probably relate to this, was that I had to struggle with realizing that I couldn't take everybody with me. Yeah, right. And you know what I mean? Y'all can clap for that in the back. Because I'm telling you, all of us as entrepreneurs, all of us as successful entrepreneurs, right? You begin to make money and you want to take everybody with you. You found something, right? We got it. We found the golden goose. And you want to take it to everybody. You think everybody should see it. You know, you finally found a way to break the poverty chains, right? And for me, I was like, man, come on, y'all, I got it. I found it. We can all get rich. But then I had to realize that the vision that God gave for me, He gave it to me. And everybody wasn't going to see it. And it didn't matter how many times, no matter how many ways I said it, no matter how many ways I tried to make them feel it, I just had to realize that, man, I just got to go let my own light shine. And if people going to see it, they're going to see it. And then you see them, they'll end up coming back, believe it or not, right? Some same people that wouldn't come with you at first, years later ago, as long as you don't stop, them people will start listening to all the things that you was trying to tell them years earlier. And so I had to realize that, man, they can't come, and maybe they'll come in the future, but it's not your job to take them with you, you know. And while you want everybody to eat, it's not your job to fix their fucking plate. I'm sorry, I can't curse, I'm sorry.
I want to piggyback on that one, and it's lonely on top, yo. You get it's when you in this type of business, yo, you just gotta be like, everybody hate on you, you the worst person in the world, you the asshole and everything else. So in the end of the day, you have to have thick skin. But like I said, you're gonna lose a lot. Like people that you think that's for you, they're not for you. Everybody's out to get you. Everybody wants to be in your place and everything else. So it's really lonely on top. You're gonna get a lot of what they call it. What would you call that? Haters. It's enemies. They become your enemies. But what would you call?
I call them a fan.
I call them snakes.
They still fans.
So I call them snakes. I'm gonna be real. So, but people come and everything else, but like he said, whatever God got for you, nobody can stop you. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of the situation, it is for you.
Let me say one more thing. My man in the back was clapping real hard, so that means he's feeling the same thing. You know what? You got to learn how to say no. You got to be comfortable saying no. I used to be so open, man, and I'm giving to everybody. I stopped going back home for Thanksgiving because when I came around, everybody had alligator arms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get there and ain't nothing purchased. You know, they want to help on the building. They want to help this and help that, but I'm the only one spending money. You know, we go to dinner, everybody got their hands in their pocket. They forgot their purse, you know. So, you know, I started surprising them. Before I would just say, yeah, dinner on me, and everybody ordering whatever. And then when I said, well, no, man, we're going to go eat, and everybody on their own, they said, well, damn, if I knew you weren't going to pay, I wouldn't have came. That let me know right then that we ain't in the same lane. Yeah, they see me as a good, you know what I'm saying, I come with a meal ticket. But I come to them with love, you know what I'm saying, literally. And so you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, and that started with saying no. I'm dead ass. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm serious, man. I have so many people, man, in my family. Hey, right now, man, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. My little brother, I hired him a few years ago, and I guess he thought that he was my brother, that he didn't really have to do the things that I didn't do, right? And so he says, well, one day I said, man, look, we need to, I have what they call a street team. I said, well, we got to get out here and do this. And he was just sitting there, and I said, well, did you hear what I just said, bro? We got to get moving. He said, well, I guess I'll do it for you. Guess. That right there, my son will tell you. I said, my man, this ain't going to work, bro, all right? Because I'm in the business of making money, and what you're doing is costing me money. And to this day, he still want to come back, but it ain't time yet. He ain't suffered enough. Like I tell my mama, this ain't your business, and this ain't a family business. This is my business. So you got to be uncomfortable, being comfortable, and saying no, and standing on that. Because some people that are clapping for you are not clapping because of your success. They're clapping because of all the things you done went through, and that's the only place they're going to keep you at. They see you who you used to be, and you will never change their eye. They see you winning, but they only see you who you used to be, and they want to keep you in that box, and I can no longer be boxed in. So like I tell them all the time, I tell them at Thanksgiving, we have this little circle we call our information hour. And I told all my family, I said, hey, man, won't y'all just open up everybody, every time you get paid, open up a high-yield savings account. Just let the money go in there. Your money will make money. Only 2 people did it out of my entire family. But then they called me, they want to borrow money. I can show you my text message right now, man. I tell them, no, I'm not going to lie to you, tell you I ain't got it, because I got it. But I'm not loaning money, and I'm not giving it away. I see you online smoking weed, you're at the club, you're drinking. You're using your money for what you want to use it in, but the priorities are not there, so you want me to pay for your lifestyle. You got to get uncomfortable being comfortable saying no. And you know, that right there is going to be one of the things that prepare you, because then you'll see who's really on your team and who's really behind you. Only people I really got behind me, man, I got some family members that rock with me, but a lot of them, I don't trust in what they tell me. I don't believe that they're genuine, and I hate to say that, but I got to be honest with you. A lot of my cousins are still doing the same thing they were doing when I left home over 20-some years ago. Nothing. And they're just over broke. They're complaining about what they're working at, and I try to give it to the tax business. Hey, man, y'all need to come on, man, I'm winning. Y'all can do this, but they don't want to do this because I'm doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm doing it. And I took it personal first. I said, man, why wouldn't they want to be here and I can show you how to make, you know what I'm saying, $20,000 a month, you know what I'm saying, minimum. Come on, this is back in the day. Make you more money. Make me more money. Exactly. They said, well, how much money you going to make?
Don't worry about
hey,
it.
hang the phone up. Done talking to them. But seriously, I'm going to stop talking. But, you know, I just want to be transparent with you, man. When Pat says lonely at the top, it's really lonely at the top. My family has not been to Florida, man, since my son graduated from high school, and because I paid for them all to come. You see what I'm saying? They only came because I was paying for everything. I just said, y'all, hey, all I need y'all to do is get here, and I'll pay for everything. The food, I had chefs, everything, you know, every holiday I was doing that. And they hadn't come since. That let me know that they didn't really come to see me. They came to have that experience. That's right. You see what I'm saying? At my expense. So anyway, get comfortable for anybody here. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, and the people that support you the most are oftentimes not going to be your family.
what I tell, what in business, the only thing that I've always learned, and if you're not about your brand, fire them. Once you feel, I feel like I'm a Grant Cardone person. I tell even in this business, because we never had so much people, and you already know that person already quit. When you have somebody in your team, and you know that they not doing what you need to do them, they've been quit on you 2 months, 3 months ago. They're looking for something else. So just fire them. Just like Grant Cardone said, let them go. Fire them right there.
All right. So, you know the game. So, the next group we're going to call before they leave in. One more time, clap your hands for them, please. It's Daryl, Trazil, they here, come over, guys. CEO Daryl, CEO Trazil, very successful man. They've been doing business. Very successful young guys. Daryl, Trazil, El Traziliano. So, Trazil, please introduce yourself, and after that, Daryl, introduce yourself.
All right, guys, how you guys doing? My name is Swin Trazil. I go by the name of Coach Trazil. And I'm not the type of guy that like to talk, but I'm so grateful my first time to be on a big stage, and I'm with Mr. Pat. That's my big brother, my fighter. He's not that old. That's my dad. We fight all the time. Because sometimes, guys, you won't understand it. Somebody sees something in you, even yourself you don't see. Before I even say anything, guys, the first time I meet Mr. Pat, I could say my life changed. Because he told me one thing. I started doing taxes. One thing that he told me was like, he had an event like this. It was like, when they was talking, I was asking questions just like you guys. It was like, yeah, you guys know how to do taxes. At the time, my mom was in Haiti. My brothers and sisters was in Haiti. I'm like, I cannot go to jail. I have to find something else to do. It was like, you offer me to be a service bill. I'll tell you guys the rest later.
How you guys doing? Well, we're in a room of so many beautiful people that gather here today. You guys looking great. You guys looking sharp. Welcome. My name is Del Trazilian. I am the CEO of A1Q System. We are a software company that helps small businesses just like you guys organize and automate. We are using AI system and funnels to turn businesses that was just making 150,000 to a couple millions. So we gather here today to speak on different things, different strategy that we can utilize in our business to grow our brand. Thanks for having me on stage, and I'm here with Patrick. Patrick, he's a great guy. He's been a great support system for A1Q. In the last 10 years that we've been doing business with Protax Link, they are a great brand. They are the visionary behind this system and showing the new generation how to put different products together in system to really make money. Patrick and Maggie, thank you so much, guys, for having such a beautiful brand and well-structured, well-organized to bring people together that have the same vision. Guys, thank you so much.
So one of the things I wanted, these guys, I've been with them for a long period of time, and they've grown in a way of when I first met them and where they're at right now. They was tax preparers. Now they have multiple offices that they're running themselves, and they're doing actual funding and all that other stuff too. One of the things that I'm proud of them is that I told him, when I tell him there's certain things to do, even though I fight with him, he finally listened and everything else. And these guys went out this year, and not only that, in their own office that they was doing tax preparing, that they did over, I think, 1,000 people in that office. They opened a brand new office this upcoming tax season, and it was 3 offices, and they did 900 with a platform that I explained to them to do, where they came out and they went out and got more customers this upcoming tax season. So explain to them how you guys exploded and how many people that you have under your team right now this tax season.
So we built an entire different ecosystem. This ecosystem focuses on tax businesses. We help small tax offices turn their business into big brand, because right now we have systems that are in place that can help you grow. If your office is only doing 300 to 500 clients, we can show you how to turn your office into a virtual digital platform where you have your entire team working on the back end, just through automation and advertising. With AI, you can train your staff on automation, and you can help them show their client how to put stuff together. So offices right now need to do virtual training. You guys need to have system where you'll do the training one time and put it in a portal where each one of these clients get into this portal and train themselves on automation. Okay, you create a back-end system for everyone that is working in your offices. It's either they working in your offices as preparers or tax offices that you control, and offices that are using your system. Okay, now you can have an entire ecosystem of people in different states working in your company where you organize everyone. You guys need to have a system where all your businesses and everything that you guys do on the daily basis are centralized. Okay? When you wake up, you have a team that's in charge of customer service. You have a team that's in charge of graphics. You have a team that's doing the daily chores. The next thing is just advertising. Once you have advertising, you have data coming through your system, a lot of people coming through your system, and you have a team that's processing these data, okay? Because these data are well organized within your system, which everyone that comes in your platform, you know why that person is in that platform. So you have different products ready to sell on digital, products that's already made, sitting there. It's either to training that you have to offer. If you guys have tax offices that's under you, you need to provide strategy to all these tax offices to make them bigger. Okay, each one of these offices that are under you, you guys to provide strategies that make them bigger. And this is what we do. We provide strategies to different offices that can help them grow their businesses. Not just by having one stream of income. I know you guys do taxes. Taxes is 3 months of the year. And that's just a product, one product. We know the year, it's different cycle. You know, the United States, you see everything is operate on season, like Christmas season, like New Year's, and there's always a different product. So it's the same thing for you guys in your business. Having taxes as the entry point, but you have different product within the funnel where these people, you already know, once they're done with taxes, they getting credit repair, they buying a property, or they're gonna start the next business. You already know that, and within your pipeline and everywhere inside your CRM, inside your system, you already know, after I'm done with this person in that category, this is where I'm shifting that data to. So you have one client, but you have different product that you able to sell to that client, okay?
Yes, exactly what my partner say. Guys, understand how to recycle your client. Let's say they say you do only 25 client in taxes. You don't have to keep forcing to get more client. Make sure you understand your client. It doesn't matter what business that you're doing. Do make you understand how to recycle your client. That's the same thing United States do. They recycle everything. Learn how to recycle the stuff that you guys are using. Another thing, do not be selfish. I could say it like that. Most of the people that look like us, they selfish. They selfish. When they know something, they don't want to teach it, or they don't want to show it, or they will charge you top dollars. Of course, they could charge you top dollars, but you must willing to practice what you pay for, and make sure understand the algorithm. Change your algorithm on the social media. Who do you follow? Who you follow? There's not one of those guys that was on the stage right now that I don't follow. My guy here, Mr. Solo. I've been following this guy for the longest. Yesterday, he was speaking. The story, I could repeat it back to back because he have the webinar. I'm always on it. You probably see the logo, like, but just like you don't see my face. Mr. Patrick, I could tell you this was one of my first mentors. And beside the gentleman that teach me how to do taxes, after that, when we meet Pat, it was like, you guys don't know how to do taxes. We structure. Guys, Blackface. Who do you follow? See what they post. Don't hurt. Just repost it. Copy and paste. Don't try to create anything. The system that we have, we didn't build it. Copy and paste. And stop running after dollars, run after system. That's another thing that he told me. It was like, you guys running after good. No mem kia I say. When I'm good, good. It was like, you always ask the question, how much money do you want to make with one client? Most of the tax payers, you want to say, yeah, 400, 600, that's how much they charging taxes. He's like, no. I'm like, about $5,000 to $10,000 that I make with client. Earlier he said, like, yeah, you make about $10,000 with one client. After I do my math, let's say you make $50,000 with me, with my team. So that how you do that, because you recycle it. So one thing you guys need to understand, credit, real estate, tax, insurance. Credit, real estate, tax. Those three, you cannot get away with them. And we have all the leaders in the room here. I want you guys to clap for yourself. If you're in this room, you need to clap for yourself. Friday night, guys, Friday night I was here. Everybody was here. There was party. There was a lot of people here, right? If you're here today, you're lucky. You guys just didn't know why I was on that stage here. There's so much money that's on that stage. You guys are, it's a simple math. The math is simple, guys. It's a 1, 2, 3 math. All those extra X plus Z in school, excuse the language, is bullshit. There's no kids here. I could say it that way. Yesterday, somebody asked the question, does somebody make $90,000 in 3 months? Solo was the first one that raised his hand. When he was talking, I was in the back, I was laughing because I know that's the truth. Pat don't like to talk about money. But now when you push other people to make money, you're going to make more money. When you hit on people, that's what you're going to think about. What you listen to. That's why A1Q is all about. It's all about motivation. We are a software company to help you structure your business or recycle it. If you do 600 clients this year, why not doing 1,000 next year? Not by yourself. You have to build a team. Understand the team. Respect the team. My brother here, that's A1Q. We are A1Q up here. We've been doing business for over 15 years. Sometimes there's business you guys might see in the street like that doesn't have the name of A1Q. Yes, we own part of them. The A1Q, don't worry about it. It's just a system. It's just the name. But use the A1Q system to build it. Protax 360 is the same thing. A lot of you guys already signed into it. You guys don't understand it. Because the whole thing, you guys keep buying software, different software. Take the time and learn the crap, man. You have to learn it. Everybody say they want to do funding. The moment that for them to learn it, they don't want to do it. Yesterday, my brother already have the system set up already. Don't stop running around. Wherever you follow, that's who you are. Wherever you follow, that's what you're going to bring back to your client. Every year I know I have to do better because every year I know the numbers part is doing, I have to do those type of numbers. This year my goal I have to do from 40 to 60,000 big product. And I'm not going to do not one goddamn tax. How do I do it? One thing that he told me, you don't know how to do taxes. Stop running after good. Nous-mêmes les Haïtiens, nous, tête nous dit, tout en que nous pas ouais, nous pas fait. Nous like sab, MVP, my guy, my wife, log, guys. I'm proud of you guys, man. All you guys in here, we all champ. You are the household. Anybody that's here, like, you are the leader in your household, the leader in your business. The same way you treat your house, that's the same way for you to treat your business. Respect your client. The way you respect your client, they're going to respect you. I'm going to give you guys a simple math. Each one of the agents that work with us, the only thing we ask them to do 25 tax. If they do 25 tax, we have real estate company that we partner with. Because the same 25 client, guess what? Guess what? We only need 3 of them to sell 3 property for the year. If you do 25 times 25, that's 75 properties that we will be selling without me touching not one of them. The same thing with funding. Remember I tell you, tax, credit, real estate. The moment you understand those 3, you're good to go. We got the king of funding in the house. I don't know nothing about funding. You have the king of tax in here. You have all the leaders that was in here. Sunrise Tax. I remember when I started, I see what he's doing. He was posting flyers everywhere. I'm like, guess you have to see what all the people do, and we do it again. Do it. You guys can see that I have an accent. I could give you guys a little small story about me, right? Where I'm from is far away on the countryside. You have to take 3 donkeys to get there. Because if you don't, 2 of them gonna die. I'm dead as serious. They going, because for me to be in the stage here, guys, I'm telling you guys, you guys won't understand it. My grandma used to carry, that's my cousin. My grandma used to carry us, both of us, on her back for us to cross the water. We used to walk 2 hours to go to school, 2 hours to come back home. Understand that? Understand that? And guess what? We had 1 uniform. So we have to, and then we was in cattle school because we have to go church on Sunday. So if I have 1 uniform in Haiti, your clothes cannot be dirty, your nails cannot be dirty. So if I have to walk 2 hours to go to school and 2 hours to come back home, you know that I have a lot of thinking to do. If I'm here, guys, I'm grateful. What's my wife? The first young lady that was here, she was talking about it. How did my dad get here? This man take the little canoe, the stuff that the Haitian, like the boat people. Exactly. I'm proud to be a boat people. I'm proud my dad was a boat people. Because as of right now, I could be one of the #1 gang in Haiti at the moment right now. I'm here. I'm blessed. The more you understand those 3 things, guys, tax, real estate, and the 4th thing is insurance. Because sometimes you guys could try to get away with insurance, but until you're sick or until the court pull you over, you realize that, damn, I'm going to jail, or damn, I cannot pay for my medical bill. So understand those 3. Everybody here is networking. Talk to everybody. Exchange number. Follow each other in social media. Whatever you get the knowledge. Don't get it from me. Get it from all of them. My buddy on the back, Lock. Man, every time you can see he's smiling right now. You guys, when I'm smiling, it's a joy. All that start with Pat. Because I probably could be in jail right now. Because I was supposed to be doing tax since I was in high school. Everybody was going to jail. So when my brother Jimmy was like, yo, we're going to do taxes, I'm like, you know what, I'm not on it. I'm not going to do it. So my partner Swindy introduced us to tax again. I'm like, you know what, let me try. The first year, did 50 people. Then we met with Pat. It was like, you don't know how to do taxes. Start over again. So now I follow everybody here. I know what all of them doing. If there's something I have to do with their family, like stuff that they don't post online, that's not my business. But if you have something to do with business, I'm going to study it. Then my CEO here, I'll just call him. I'm like, yo, this is what we find. What can we do? Because you can see his English is better than mine. So I don't like to talk. So let him talk. So I'll be in the back going. I'm like Pat. We have the same birthday, same month birthday. Go with McKinney. If I want you, I'm going to get you. If it take me 10 years, I'll get you. I promise you. That's how it is. And that's how he is too. Because just like Mr. Eugene was saying, he changed this place like 15 times already. That's how it is. Thank you so much, my brother, for changing my life.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Before we get the next speaker, so do you have a question for CEO Dewol and CEO Trazel? Do you have a question, guys? No question? No questions? Oh, Tina got a question. Yes. Can you stand up, Tina, please? And speak up. Whoa, sorry.
A1Q, what is their, or
Yes.
Okay. A1Q is the digital software for small businesses, meaning we are a CRM, customer data management platform that we help you with automation. So if you need to keep your client data in the system where you can sell them digital product, or you can teach your class on automation. If you're looking to send invoices, your website, the funnel, you know what a funnel is, right? Yes, we are CRM, which target the tax industry to help them automate and make more money.
Anything about your business was just call A1Q. Just sit down, don't worry. They will take care of everything for you.
Right.
You know, they're young, they're very young, was. They're ready to work. They want to put another level. Yes. Another question? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. You know, it's a passion of mine because when I look at the community, I think we deserve better. We need to organize ourselves in a way where we can make more money because we are here. We are young professionals with degrees in fancy name, fancy licenses in different industry. And I think if we build more structure and we have a community that is growing. We had more than 500,000 Haitians that entered the United States in the last 5 years. So we need to build system to help these people in the country. We need to educate our youth. We need to educate all the families and keep these people in a structure where we can help them grow in the country. Before, when somebody entered the United States, we didn't have the proper help to help our fellow Haitian that comes in the country. But now we are young Haitian that are building system to assist the community to get into like financial independence, to really create Haitian-based community where we feel we all can connect and grow together. I know, so you know, having these sort of event where we come together and connect and know what are you guys doing? What am I doing? And learn from each other. I believe that way we can grow and build a really great community for the Haitian community here, not just in South Florida, but in the United States.
Yes, exactly what my brother is saying. Because we focus a lot on the Haitian community because they lack of information, especially like automation, like system. They had the word system. They know how to spell it, but they don't know how to use it. Everything is a system. There's no way like Patrick could have this, just like Eugenia said earlier, without a system. Your job where you worked at, like the people that work, there's no way like Walmart could be the way they are without a system. There's no way like McDonald's could be around the world without a system. So the small business that you have right now, don't say small no more. Say that big business that I have. Yes, I wanna be bigger than McDonald's. Because if you say it, you could dream it. If you say it, it's gonna get done. Exactly how it is. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
No one leave the place today without listening to Mr. Solomon Woods. He's gonna do the next speaker. Solo, the founder. Clap your hands for him. He got money. This guy, he get the money from the bank. You have to talk to him. So, Solo, how you doing today, man?
Doing phenomenal. How y'all doing out there?
Great.
Incredible.
Yeah, talk to them, introduce them.
So, My name is Solomon Woods, aka Solo the Funder. You guys can find me on Instagram at Solo the Funder. I've been doing funding for over 5 years, and we've helped minority business owners get access to over $100 million in a creative manner. Somebody say creative. Right? Traditionally, we've been kept out of the banking system, right? Not educated, don't know the tools, don't know the resources on how to properly access and leverage other people's money, right? Which is the cheat code, the wealth. But throughout creative financing, it's workarounds, right? You might leverage your credit. You might leverage a good cash flowing business to get some capital so you can move forward and grow your business, put it into marketing, expand it, different things like that, which is super important. But what we've been talking about today, which is very impactful, guys, is vertical integration. How you can strategically add services to your business so you can vertically grow and have a strong foundation, right? Everybody always talks about multiple streams of income, but what we have to focus on when we are starting and growing our businesses is the main thing, right? For a lot of you guys, that's going to be taxes, okay? You get a good client base, you start growing that up, and then you start offering services that are complementary with those taxes, okay? And now you can raise your value of that customer because you become a one-stop shop, okay? So we have to always think about how we can add more value. Somebody say value, right? People only pay you in exchange for the value you're creating in their life, the value, the impact that you're making. So you always have to be thinking about better ways to create value.
Oh, okay. My question for you, you say on the paper you can get up to 500K. So if anyone here need up to 500K, what?
Number one, what's super important, you are other people's money. What you want to understand is how can I get the money the cheapest? Right? Non-expensive money where you're paying high interest rates. You know, you're getting hit over the head with you know, daily payments, weekly payments, different things like that that you may run into out there. You want to understand how you can get access to cheap money. So the cool thing about the government, the system, the economy, it's all debt-based, all right? Credit, you can always repair. You can always restore. You can always rebuild it. Literally, if you do nothing, if you destroy your credit today and you sit back and you do nothing, you don't jump into credit repair, you don't clean it up, in about 7 to 10 years, based on where you are in the nation, because all laws are a little different, all that stuff will be wiped off, right? The system incentivizes you to go out and get debt. Debt is how the money is created, right? Without debt, without people borrowing, without people paying interest to banks and lending institutions, money is not circulating, okay? So number one, we have to understand how to get the cheap money. The cheapest money that you can get, guys, is by building proper relationships, and that starts with credit, okay? You want to have good credit. If you have, you know, tough credit, you know, you've been through things, you made some mistakes, life is gonna cost you more around everything. Auto loans, houses, gonna be hard to rent places, right? It's gonna be hard to get you know, your house with a cheap interest rates. And same thing with banking and funding. So credit is the foundation. The stronger your credit is, the cleaner it is, you're gonna appear that you pay stuff on time, right? Just like when you're lending your own money out, you want to lend to people who are gonna pay you back, right? The same thing with banking, right? They want their money back. If I ask some money from Pat, he wants his money back, right? He's only gonna lend if he believes that, you know, I'm gonna have the ability to pay him back. So again, credit is the foundation. So number two, after you get your credit together, after you position your credit properly, then you start looking at the best products for yourself. What I found for a lot of small businesses, revolving is the proper type of credit that you want to go after. When I say revolving, it's two types of credit. It's revolving and installment, right? Installment is your auto loans, your mortgages, your student loans, your personal loans, your business loans. You get a lump sum of money, you get approved for X amount of dollars, and then you have to start paying that back typically 30 days after, and it's a set monthly payment that you have to pay, right? So that's installment. But when I talk about revolving, I'm talking about credit cards. I'm talking about lines of credit, right? Where you essentially you have access to, let's say, $50,000, for example, and you only spend $5,000. You only pay back what you actually spend. So a lot of businesses that are starting, a lot of businesses that are scaling, if you don't know exactly where you're going to deploy the capital, revolving types of credit is going to be the best entryway, because you're not going to just burn up a whole bunch of money. It allows you to strategically place money in a good manner to where you can actually win. So again, the cheap money with that is credit cards, okay? At the beginning, okay? This is how they get you. They give you an introductory APR, anywhere from 6 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months based on the bank. They say, okay, we'll give you this, we'll allow you to spend $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 at 0% interest for 6 months, 12 months. After those 12 months, we're gonna hit you with 16%, 17%, 20%, and so on based off of your credit scores, okay? So with that introductory time period, guys, it's gonna give you the ability to leverage. Somebody say leverage, right? It's gonna give you the ability to leverage cheap money and make your moves, right? So you have to know, you have to know what you're doing with your money. You have to have a play with your money. For a lot of you guys that are in business, maybe you need to spend more money on marketing. Maybe you need to spend more money on coaching, mentorship, right? Maggie and Pat been speaking about that all day. Mentorship is the shortcut to success. It gives you the GPS. You get to skip all the headaches, the bumps in the road, because somebody else, experienced that, and they're going to be able to pour into you and show you what to avoid and what to focus on so you can have the best return on your time. Okay, so again, with cheap money, guys, it's that 0% interest credit, and you can get creative. It's opportunities out there where you do not have to provide financials, right? No doc funding is what it's called. Y'all probably heard of that, right? With credit cards, with business credit cards and lines of credit, you have the ability to get access to no doc funding as long as your credit is in good position, as long as your entity is in good position, LLC, your corporation, and so on. You can even get funding with sole props as a business. When I say sole props, what I mean is the contractors, the folks who are driving Uber, the folks that are doing hair. They're not formally established in an entity, but that's business income, that's business work, business activity. Those folks can get funded. So primarily what you guys want to think about, again, the whole basis of this is how you can vertically integrate and add value, to your corporation, to your business, to get more LTV out of your customers, lifetime value out of your customers. So if you charge them $400, you walk away with $5,000 because you provided them all these other services that oftentimes you don't even have to do. Right? With the funding side of things, with the systems, the automation, you have ability to outsource to the professionals. Let them handle it. Right? So you don't have to spend so much time, quote unquote, learning this new thing. You can outsource it and still be able to increase your card value. Okay?
So the reason we have him here, right? You guys want to know how me and Maggie got everything, and we're not holding no secrets from you. We brought the funding guy here. So a lot of you guys been asking me, hey, y'all want to get funding, y'all want to get money, y'all want to do all this other stuff, right? Now we have the opportunity to make $150,000, $200,000, $350,000 to $500,000. Whatever you want, we can get you there. You understand what I'm saying? So one of the biggest things that you have to understand is not only that the game is changing, the industry is changing, everything is AI. So we have to understand that when you go apply for a credit card or however the situation, when you apply for a credit card, you only getting $5,000 to $2,000 to $3,000. I just bought you the plug. And I see everybody here is really not paying attention. You have a man here that could get you $1 million, 1.2, $3.5 million. So in the end of the day, I bought you the plug. This is the man that could get you all the money that you desire for you and your clients. So this is another thing that we're taking to our next level in our business. So now we could be an advantage of everybody else. Imagine that you giving a client. Majority everybody here that's in this building, the reason we have a great relationship, when I tell you I made $10,000 with my clients, they made $300,000 to $400,000 with me that I've gotten the money. You understand what I'm saying? So it came with loyalty in a long period of time with what Chris was saying, having trust, building that bond with that person. Now you want to do the same thing with your clients. Now, if your clients, majority of all our clients are low income and everything else. When you have a client and they still staggering and they still in the same place, you ain't do shit for them because they're not growing. You want to advance that client. So now, if you could give that client, you want to be the mentor of your own client, not me. You want to have that client. We could be your outlet, but we just bought you the plug. Not only him, we have other people, but we actually flew this man out here so you can get funding. So the access of getting funding, not only for you and your clients, now guess what? Your numbers are going to go up. Now you have another thing to offer your clients after you finish to fix their credit. If you get them to get a house and everything else, but you got to coach them because you know once they get that money, they're going to blow it. You know what I'm saying? But in the end of the day, we have access now with Protax Link where this year you guys going to do credit repair. Even if the client don't have credit, we're going to get them to that process so we can get them that extra money and everything else. So the person that's always gotten me the money was Maggie. But she had to go through a lot of loopholes and everything else and the whole nine. Now, I got my own credit cards. I'm stacking. And not only him, I went to his seminar. These kids are making, no lie. And it was me and Maggie, I'm old, I'm old. And we see these kids, they're making, these young generation, these kids are making $100,000 doing funding. Per month to $70,000. And these are young jits. These kids do not need to be doing what we do. And these kids are making way more money than us doing business funding. That's the next, you're dealing with the client. You already have the database. Now you can get your clients money. So guess what? Not only, Cliff asked a question earlier saying, how do you stay busy? This is the other platform that you stay busy. After you finish do this client taxes, guess what? Now if they don't got credit, you fixing their credit. Once they finish their credit, guess what? You getting them a house. You getting them funding. I don't want to tell the other guys that was on the floor right here. Giselle got his whole family credit. And they just came from Haiti. So all of them got credit and they got money. He got his younger brother back there. He got credit cards. Can I say?
Yes, he can. Because, Pat, the reason to say that in Creole as well, because nous-mêmes haïtiens, nous pas jamais croire rien tout le temps. Nous croyons que Jovenel te présente l'el moui. Parce que pas jamais croire rien. So, même si je dis, j'ai un petit frère derrière. Il pas grand peu de temps ici. But
1 year, 2 years.
But si j'ai besoin $200,000 when you have a problem. Let me say it in English.
English.
My little brother's in the back. That's my little. Yes. Again, I will say it again. Everything starts with Pat, with one word. It's two things that he tell me. I don't know how to do taxes, and then my people there good, and everybody know. Because I move fast.
English. So what he's saying is that
all right, guys, make it solid. Guys, listen. Guys, what I understand is, right, most of you guys already have the money already. I want to make sure that, like, my Haitian people, they understand it in Creole. They understand it, just to understand it. Because the word credit, when they hear credit, they feel like they tell them straight up, it's the devil. Because I want to make sure that they understand that the credit is God. After God, it's credit. I always tell people that. I believe in God first, my credit second, my family, then the business. That's my structure. God, credit, my family, and the business. Sometimes the reason why I don't even say my business before my family, because you have got to be about. But guys, understand the word credit. We have the king of funding. The reason I tell you guys that you guys don't even understand why you guys here. You guys didn't choose to be here. God choose you guys to be here. Make sure if you guys have to live here with one thing, understand that if your credit is bad, you have to fix it. One thing people are afraid of is talking about finance. Everybody want to wear Gucci, all those extra stuff. Yeah, so, you know what? I do it because I know people, that's what they like. But it's the credit. If your credit is good, your wife's credit is good, your girlfriend's credit is good, listen, it gets you the money. Don't come to me. Go to Pat. Build a team in your house first. Let me tell you, your wife not going to understand it yet. Your son, your daughter not going to understand it yet. But get their credit fixed. Get their credit fixed. Another thing people talk about, create an LLC. Yeah, what you going to do with it? So now, make sure you structure it the way the bank want it, which is that's why Solomon going to talk. Because I cannot take the spot, because you know it better than I do. But no même haïtien, si c'est pas une créer LLC, mettez chita là pour just to be, oh no, yeah, I'm the CEO, I'm the DG, oh, no. Guys, get the money. That's what the Jewish do. That's what the Blanc do. So now, do you guys know Black Americans don't sell drugs no more? There's no more drug dealers. Yes, get funded. Get funded. That's the legal game, guys. Get funded. Solomon is telling you guys that. The reason why I'll take that little extra 5 minutes, because you guys probably like, okay, yeah, Patrick bring this other guy here, just like, oh, yeah. Nous tout là connaît. Nous bon d'achire tout même j'avais tout le monde. So one thing, stop having those business just to have them, just so people could say that you have business. Have those business and start building legacy. Those LLC, doesn't matter if it's your last name or whatever it is, start building legacy. Your child, your kids, they're in a competition with AI right now. You guys don't even realize that. You are the one that have to bail them out, because in the next 10 years, those not going to be here no more. Yeah, keep worrying about those jazz. Ball, Breckler. I told you Friday was here. Like everybody was having fun because it was jazz, all the extra stuff. That's why you guys, everybody here that's here today, you lucky. If you have good credit, you lucky. If you have bad credit, you lucky. So if you have good credit, you ready for the money. In less than 30 days, get you 100,000, 200, 300,000. Legal money. Yes, legal money. How do you think Patrick have all this thing? You think it's cash? You guys think it's cash? You say you make $90,000 in 3 months. Some people are looking at, yes, he charged 10% on funding. Do the math. It's simple. I don't get nobody less than 100,000. So you know what it is? Because you have to know your numbers before you play the game. Before you play a game, make sure you know the rules. Don't just do business just because you see somebody do it. Somebody said earlier, don't do stuff just because you see people do it. Study it first. But one thing I'm telling you guys, your credit. Get your credit fixed. Get your credit fixed. Get your white credit fixed. Your grandma, your uncle, your grandpa, everybody. Start buying life insurance. You guys think when you buy life insurance, when you're dead for it to make money with it. It's for them. No, you make money with the stuff while you're alive. Guys, ma petit encore, fout tant de. Il pourrait parler nous de quoi? Will money. Si chaque nous continue l'argent, nous prenons nouveau IT. Start building relationship with the bank. There's over 450 banks in the United States without the credit union. How do I know that? You guys speak better English than me. I don't sleep. Because I'm like, okay, if you've been doing this thing for over 3 years, if you didn't go to jail, why would I be going to jail? Stop being a scared cat. That's what I'm telling you. Who you follow, that's what you're going to do. As of right now, everybody that...
Yes. You have a question. Thank you.
I'm sorry, guys. I could talk all day.
Clap your hands for Trazel.
We noticed.
For Trazel.
My question is for Solomon. Solomon, funding. So they said they flew you in. So are you doing funding nationwide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nationwide funding for sure. And I appreciate your passion. I think it's important for individuals to understand like the opportunity, especially, we got a lot of Haitian Americans in the building. Credit is hard as heck to get. It's hard as heck to get some money in another country, right? We have the biggest opportunity. You could just wake up, turn 18, and they're gonna start lending you money. They're gonna start giving you an opportunity to get some money, right? So you can leverage that money and grow the money. But you have to make smart decisions with the money. You need to be buying assets. Like you said, get everybody credit fixed. Get everybody credit structured So now you having bigger conversations like you got your own hedge fund. You know what I mean? That you putting together your family, and you guys can start making moves. There's so much you could do once you understand leveraging credit, leveraging. We always talk about leveraging other people's money, but when you're building a business, you also have to think about leveraging other people's time. You know what I mean? You pay somebody $20 an hour, you should be producing $100, $200 off that person's activity. Okay? So your job, a job pays you $20, $50 an hour, whatever that number is, so they can get X amount of output off of you. So it's all about leveraging every part of our lives, leveraging other people's assets, leveraging other people's experiences, leveraging other people's money, leveraging other people's time, right? You have to leverage to get ahead and grow fast.
All right, Woz got a question before you. Woz.
Hey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
We're having with clientele are not structuring their business correctly to get the funding, and then not having money going in and out of their account to actually get the funding.
For sure.
So when you say funding is available, are you also structuring the businesses to make sure that the person have activities going in, or are you doing FCA loans? Because that's one of the ones we don't want. Because a lot of my clients get burned from other people giving them MCA. And when it's time to finance it, SBA don't want to do the loan because of the MCA. So
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So a lot of business owners make the mistake, especially when they're starting off, what we call mingling, right? Putting the money in a personal bank account instead of in a business bank account and doing the right thing with it. So in that scenario, let's say they don't really have a LLC, or they may have it and they're just not running money with it. It's a couple different ways you can go. One place that I like using, or not a place, but I'll say a type of lender, right, is CDFIs. Anybody heard of that before? CDFIs, Community Development Financial Institutions is what it stands for. Community Development Financial Institutions. These are lenders who are specifically designed to serve underserved communities, right? The minorities, Spanish speaking, French speaking, right? All of us, right? From all these different nationalities, minority communities in the United States. So with those lenders, you have the ability to have bad credit, have a startup business, have different scenarios, and still get reasonable interest rates, right? I'm talking about 9%, anywhere to 20% versus an MCA that might hit you over the head for 50, 100%, right? It gets crazy. But with those scenarios, we can fund them as sole props, right? If their credit is good, we can fund them as, do no doc funding for those people and not even have to worry about, the money going in the accounts. We can also partner with CDFIs and different specific institutions who will take all of that into account, the personal revenue, the business revenue, all the different activities, and then you guys are filing the taxes, right? As long as they have the proper documentation in certain scenarios. Really what I want you guys to understand, because it's so much that I can talk about up here, really what I want you guys to understand is that it's money for everybody, right? You can fund somebody on the personal side. To get started, you can literally leverage their W-2s, their personal income, for startup business capital, right? And have the ability to get that person some capital and earn a commission off of that. And then also you have other scenarios where a person may have bad credit. Like I said yesterday, it's 4 buckets, guys, right? Bucket number 1 is the person that has bad credit, no business revenue, and they may work just a W-2 job. They may be making average salary, $4,000, $5,000 a month, somewhere in there. Right? For that person, is money available. Okay? Then you have bad credit with business revenue. They're actually putting the money in their bank account. They can actually show business bank statements. They can show maybe 1 year, 2 years of business taxes. It's money available there. right? And then you got your no-doc, your cheapest costing capital, where it's, as long as they have good personal income, right? They may have a LLC, they may start a LLC. As long as they have that good personal credit, we can leverage that to get them, stack, like Patrick is talking about, stacking business credit cards, stacking lines of credit. And then you have individuals in the room like you guys that got good credit and y'all making great money. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month or more, right? And even cyclical businesses like a lot of you guys have, you making money in 4 months, right? It's lenders out there that love funding cyclical businesses, right? And work specifically with your industry. One of the big myths out there is that if you got this type of business, you quote unquote a high risk industry. It's a lender out there for everybody. It's a lender out there for everybody. I found a bank that funds and banks cannabis businesses. If you have a conversation with any banker, one of the majority of bankers, they're going to tell you that they don't even touch cannabis-based businesses. We marijuana-related businesses because it's so high risk. A lot of banks might not touch hotels, right? Different things like that. But it's lenders out there for every scenario, right? So as long as you guys are, number one, connecting your clients with the right person that can coach them, because they may not be in position to get funded in the first 30 days. They may need a game plan. Hey, this is what you need to do for the next 90 days. This is what you need to do for the next 6 months. Okay, you need this type of capital. You may not be generating revenue. You need to go the no-doc route. To go the no-doc route, you got to clean your credit up. You got to get in a better situation, right? So some people may not be ready at all stages to hit the ground and get access to capital, but if you give people a game plan, you still are going to look like, the plug. Man, Rose just saved my life, man. She gave me this game plan. I got a vision. I'm clear. I know exactly what I'm going to do to change my situation, to grow my business, and so on. So those are some things to consider, too.
Question. When it comes to funding, a lot of people have asked me, what about business credit? Do they have to build the business credit to get the business funding?
Great question. So it's a big myth in the industry about Dun & Bradstreet. You guys familiar with Dun & Bradstreet, the Paydex score? You need an 80 Paydex score. You need a 90 Paydex score. You need this to get access to capital. And that is one of the worst things you can focus on. It's the worst thing you can focus on. Bank, if you go to any bank, don't listen to Solo. Call the bank tomorrow. Hey, I got this 80 Paydex score. What can I get? They're going to ask you all these other questions. What's your personal credit look like? You got some business revenue. You got finance. You got this, right? Most banks ain't looking at no 80 Paydex score, right? When we talk about like true no-doc funding, a lot of lenders that we're working with is looking at the FICO SBSS, right? A lot of people not familiar with that. That's a combination of your personal scores and your business credit scores. And the best way to build business credit, y'all, is with true banking products, right? Like everybody heard of like a secure credit card, right? Just how you can get a secure credit card or secure loan. Anybody heard of like the pledge loan through Navy Federal, stuff like that? Those are all secure products. The same type of products that you can get on the personal, you can get it on the business, right? But places like Bank of America, when you get a secure credit card and pay them on time, they'll allow you to put down $5,000, put down $1,000, and give you unsecured credit using your business credit, right? You starting up, you putting up your security. Anytime you hear secured, all that means is you got to put something up. Right, they want something. There's no such thing as something for nothing. No banks ain't gonna give you money, just like friends and family, unless they love you, right? And banks don't love you. They want a return on their investment. So anytime you hear secure, all that means is you have to put up some sort of asset that a bank can liquidate in the case that you don't pay them back, right? So with Bank of America, for example, secure business card, you can get a secure business line of credit, right? And they will switch it from secured to unsecured based off of how you're spending and maintaining those balances and paying it down consistently, right? So it's a lot of different ways to enter into quote unquote funding, and get access to capital. I got people that use their personal telephone numbers. I got people that use personal addresses, right? You don't necessarily need, it's so much outdated information that a lot of people are teaching that's not relevant in 2025, 2026. right? A lot of people are using, oh man, I got this registered agent address. I got this virtual address, right? It's a lot of banks out there that won't even let you use the darn address on the application. They force you to put your personal address on it because you got this virtual office that everybody named mama off the internet ran and got in 2020, 2021, and all those people defaulted. They ain't paid the money back. They went to go get the 50 and they ain't make the first payment. I hear about stuff like that. I'm like, man, these people is tripping. Right? It's all about relationships, guys. So again, I would say the foundational things that you guys have to understand is if you are in business, there are opportunities for you. If you want to get in business, there's opportunities for you, right? The government, the economy, everything is the world, the USA runs off of businesses, okay? So they're going to incentivize you to get in business. You save money in taxes, being business owners, right? There's so many incentives. So it's opportunity for you to get capital multiple different ways. We got a microphone for them back there?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe it's a signal or something.
I feel like you may have touched on this already, but one of the biggest things with a lot of small businesses when going after that initial funding is the concern about always needing a PG, like having to tie that initial business funding to your personal credit. Is there a way around that? And again, I feel like I heard you mention a lot of different options, but can you break it down to the lowest level?
Yeah,
Right.
so what we have to understand, guys, is that starting off, you're gonna have to put up something. That's it. If we start understanding that, that's it. It can be, banks are looking at credit, cash flow, or collateral. Okay? Credit, cash flow, collateral. Yes, for most people, they're going to have to PG because their business is not generating enough cash flow to stand on its own, right? I had a conversation with one of the representatives at Chase Bank, right? When you start talking about separating the business from the personal, they're looking for 8 figures, $10 million in business revenue annually before they'll take the risk as the #1 bank in America. Chase is the #1 bank in America. Before the #1 bank will take the risk and say, oh, I don't need your social security number. I don't need you to attach this. So most people ain't gonna get to the 8-figure mark. So you're gonna have to always put up something, right? Cash flow, your personal credit, or some sort of collateral, assets, real estate, right? Rose was talking about the DSCR earlier. That's a non-recourse loan, right? They're looking at the asset, and if you screw up, they're gonna just take back the asset, so they don't necessarily need your credit and need all these things, in that scenario. So as long as you have something to put up, it's opportunity to quote unquote not use your credit if you got assets. It's workarounds and different things like that. Gail was saying, and I think that's your name, right? Yep. She was talking about the 401ks and leveraging, stocks. It's lenders out there where you can get a 401k loan, you can get a stock loan, you can get equity, home equity. Everybody heard of that? Home equity lines of credit. There's lenders out there where you can leverage other assets that you may have, so you don't have to, quote unquote, put up your personal credit if you need money to make some moves. So it's workarounds, but again, if we understand that it's not something for nothing, they want to make sure that they get their money back, something has to be put up as collateral to protect the institution.
How you guys doing? Is it my turn? Okay. And so my question is, so we're all of us in the tax industry, right? And we take over to the program, we get our clients the money, and you guys know how tax clients are. What advice could you give us to once we get them funded, 50 grand, 100 grand, that obviously a fool of his money will part ways, right? So you give a person 100 grand and these people run through tax money. So you know they're gonna run through $100,000 of credit cards and lines of credit. So what advice, what coaching, what would you advise us to try to give these people before we hand them this $100,000 so the money doesn't saddle them to where now they burned it up, they can't pay it back, they burned through the relationships, right? And so then now they're spending this money on things that's not really growing their business, but they're spending the money and now the money's due. So what would you say to that to be able to kind of add that piece to the coaching aspect?
Great question. So, and you know the answer to this, but you know, obviously for the crowd it'd be good. One of my mentors say, for every solution creates a new problem. Every solution creates a new problem. Not vice versa, that works too, right? But every solution creates a new problem. So every time you solve a problem, every time you get a problem solved, that solution, a new problem is gonna arise. So you have to, if you want to, it depends on how deep you wanna do it in your business, but I will always advise to, once you get the person the money, have a next step for them. Right, for me, when I get my clients capital, I have a lot of partners that's in real estate. I got people that flip mobile homes. I got people that do new construction. I got people that do fix and flip. I got people that do the BRRRR strategy, all these different angles where a person can get in with real estate or e-com or all these other things that, you know, is out there, car rentals, you know, trucking, which I'm kind of sour on a little bit. But it's so many different, you know, angles and business avenues that a person can take. And what I would advise you to do is continue networking. Connect with people who are that have expertise in other spaces. You don't have to be the expert, the go-to expert. You can connect people to say, okay, I'm gonna put you over here with my guy that I trust, that ain't gonna run off with your money, that's gonna mentor you and help you get a deal done where you can actually flip that money and turn the money around, right? Because it's not about just getting access to capital. You have to have a way to make money off of other people's money, okay? So again, before you get the person the money, or after you get the person the money, you want to establish some sort of pathway for them based off of their interests, right, that they can pursue to flip that money. It might be, you know, I don't know, any other type of business, any type of asset that a person can get in where they can make money off of that money. You know, things that I teach is every time you spend money on a credit card, y'all, what do they give you back? Points, cash back, right? So it's this thing called manufactured spending, where you can go shopping. You know, we do it online instead of like gift cards. Y'all might have heard about the gift card method, all this stuff. But we do it online where it's buying groups out there, right? And what I mean by buying groups is holiday season coming up. It's individuals out there that buy electronics, that buy things in bulk and flip them, right? So it's groups that they have established because the retailer, if you go to Best Buy and try to order 50 of one product, they limit you, okay? They ain't gonna let you just order like 50 phones off the website. They limit you, okay? So what they do is they encourage people who have credit, who have access to other people's money and wanna earn points, wanna earn travel points, wanna earn cash back to go shopping. You ship the product directly to the warehouse, you know, in 7 to 14 days, they cut you a check, right? And you can use that money to pay off your credit card. But in that process, now you're generating points, you're generating cash back on top of, you know, the money that they paid you to actually order it. They may put $10 per unit, $20 per unit, $50 per unit on a specific product. So they'll pay you some money up front to actually order it. Plus they'll cut you a check on the back end to actually, you know, with that profit that you made, and you can just keep the money in the middle. So it's a lot of different things out there. Once you have credit, it's so many things you can do to make money from home. You can lend your credit out, right? You can be a hard money lender. Some people in real estate, you know, you can get into a deal, put up $50,000 for that person that's trying to buy a property. If they don't pay you back, you get the property. If they do pay you back, you just made interest off of the bank's money and made money in the middle. So again, it's just education, it's just strategies, it's just being able to continue learn and grow and put yourself out there so you can continue to solve problems at every stage that your client may have.
And to piggyback off that is, Mo, you already know the answer. You got 50 type of different businesses. Yep. So in the end of the day, it's like What I'm trying to tell you guys is each client that you look at, you can make over $50,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 with that client. Once you take them to that next step, you just got to have a funnel. Once that person comes into your office, you know that you have a funnel to take them to that next step. Either you're going to get them real estate. Once you sit with that client, that same loan that he's giving you, that's a down payment on the house.
Right? And again, buying businesses is a really good opportunity. Mo was talking about that earlier, how he was acquiring franchises, all these big names that already got brand recognition, and now you're investing in that brand, you're buying that brand, you can do things like that with other people's money. So overall, again, as long as you continue to learn, as long as you get connected with the right people, they can provide you the proper resource. Maybe you don't know the answer on where to specifically guide this person on what to do next, but if you stay connected with people who are a little further along than you, right, they probably have the resources to guide you so you can make money off of that client, putting them in the right position.
Hi, I'm Gail, as everybody knows from yesterday anyway. Listen, this is a little off track, but I do have to tell you a story that might be helpful to all of you, because here we're talking about funding and money and, you know, the hard stuff in starting up or whatever. I just want to tell you, I started up in France. I was living in France, and I was running the college bookstore of the American University there as bookstore manager. I had like 13 years of experience, and I dealt with all the major publishers in the United States, importing all their books over a period of 13 years. I got a reputation, and when I left, and also I had a client because I was getting college books in Toronto. The long story short, because I can go into a lot of detail, was that when I finished that job, you know, or terminated it and finally got my doctorate in philosophy, I then opened up my own business, a warehouse, a distribution center, and all those publishers granted me 90 to 120 days of credit.
Mm-hmm.
I started on a shoestring budget. I had no money, absolutely none whatsoever, but I had the experience. I had the suppliers in hand. Another thing, while you're in business, when you're at it and you fall short in your interim period, you can always ask for a little bit of credit from your suppliers or your vendors, or you may even find that maybe your supplier or vendor might be interested in putting capital into your project. If you have a certain experience and you want to develop that experience to a larger degree, and you may even find the financing right around the corner without having to go through all these loops. But I just want to tell you, and it became, you know, a national. I was importing English and American books throughout the country of France, you know, and became very, very successful at that. It was like an Amazon operation, to tell you the truth.
Nice.
That's how Amazon started out,
Yep.
you know, okay? Anyway, I dealt with them.
For sure. 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you, but
100%.
I do want you to know that there are other ways of obtaining money through your talent or your expertise, you know, that may not have to going to the hard thing of getting the funds from an unknown source, you know. And by the way, I was able to obtain 170,000 francs, French francs in those days, from the bank without any problem whatsoever. I showed them that I had orders from clients, and I had suppliers on the other side.
Yep.
And all I had to do was find a warehouse.
There you go. Accounts receivable, for sure. Yep.
Good job. Do you have next question before we call the next speaker?
Well, I don't really have a question, but as I was thinking here, I just can't turn this off. So we talk about funding, And Pat talked about recycling clients. How about this? What about, now we talk about how to manage that money. If a person does not know how to manage $7,500 on a tax return, there's no way in hell they're gonna manage $50,000. So now, if you're giving them $50,000, now we're gonna say, hey, there's maybe a 30-day check-in, 60-day check-in, 90-day check-in, and we charge for that cost. I mean, we're in the business of making money, right? Yep. So now what we're doing now is we're gonna be a consultant. Maybe we say the funding development blueprint. I just coined that. Don't nobody, let me see it on Facebook or Instagram, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna charge it. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, because we in this space, we want to also make sure that we can help them manage that. In this industry, man, and I have a lot of clients who are in the NFL, NBA, MLB, and all that kind of stuff, right? The difference between a lot of sports that we play and a lot of sports that they play, they don't have anybody talking to them about money management. The other team does. The other side, and I say our counterparts, they're going to sit down with someone who talks about strategizing and managing their money. We don't get that opportunity because when we make it, we got a whole lot of people that come with us, right? So if we're going to offer funding, be able to also offer the management part of those funds, because I believe that's just as important as getting them to the finish line. Now we're going to help them stand on the sideline and help somebody else come there. You got to have that. You got to have that component for sure.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. And again, every solution creates a new problem. So you don't have to know that. If you're not a finance expert, you can find somebody to partner with, outsource that service, and boom, you just added more value to your business by having all these connections and relationships where you can continue solving that person's problem, right? And it's okay to be honest with people. I don't know the answer to everything, but I'll go find out. Let me reach out. I know somebody that's doing it at a high level. Let me go get the answer for you, and I'll come back. I'll connect you with this person. They can answer that better, right? Those are just easy things that you guys can do to be honest and continue, adding value to your clients.
All right, clap your hands, guys, for the Mr. Funding, Mr. Money.
We all want money, so money is going to be the question. So you guys might be in there for a little, bit. One of the things that I want to piggyback off with the getting these people the money. Again, I'm going to not discriminating, but we are dealing with a lot of Caribbean people. And Caribbean people do not like to put money out to structure their business and do business plan, budget planning, put in the numbers that they need to get the qualification. They don't understand that you have to charge a consultation fee, which is literally putting and structuring the business correctly. And what's happening with our people, they come in with a LLC. Oh, my business is registered. 2 years. Where's your bank account? Oh, I don't have a bank account for the business. Oh, okay, so what are we doing? What are we really doing? So should we be charging these people before we even get them the funding, sit down with them and educate them on how to get the funding and what we need to get the funding, and charge an upfront fee on top of the 10% or 15% that you're gonna charge when you get funded, because this is your lifelong client. And for my tax preparer, learn how to do business taxes. Because when you have those type of business, you are going to be in the need of getting their business structured the right way by doing the taxes, either 1120, 1120S, or the 1065, whichever way you have to put the business to get the money. And which way is better to get the money, LLC or incorporating?
It don't really. The answer is it don't matter. It depends on the actual person, what they're trying to do, and how they have it set up.
Do you agree with
being modest right now.
It
I
depends.
want to be honest. Because everyone in here is entrepreneur. That we're all about making, and Patrick, no, we've been trying to get the funding.
Yeah, so
It's
he's being
so many
modest
people lie
right
about
now.
funding.
He's being modest right now. He's not telling you the whole thing. So we got the plug right now. So everything that we can't say everything, but the plug is in the building right now. So we can get you funding. So like he said, any problem is a solution, and we're gonna make it happen. So one of the,
Question is, do you have an affiliate program or referral program?
Yes.
Because I'm all about the money. I know people, business people that have actual businesses, and I don't have the time.
For sure.
And also, do you do high net worth individuals?
So great question. So the answer is yes. So we have an affiliate program. If you guys text the word tax to 779-273-4138. I'm saying it a couple times. I got you. The word tax, T-A-X, to 779-273-4138. With our partnership with Protax Link, we allow individuals in the tax industry to refer clients over for funding. What we'll do is we'll set up a funding-specific CRM system, website, where you can check in on your client's progress. Your clients will fill out a specific link and everything, where you can see who all is coming through, who all is in the pipeline, what they're working on, where they're at with their progress with funding. And you'll have the visibility to see all your traction and all your traffic that you send, through that funnel there, right? So we'll set that up for you, get you a website, get you a funnel, have a back office completely, and it's completely hands off, right? As soon as that person hits your website, my team takes it from the customer service from A to Z, the consultation, putting together their funding strategy, the readiness, seeing where they're at, specifically if they're ready to rock and roll immediately, if they need, game plan, if they need some more direction, some resources to get in a better position to actually make a move. We handle it from A to Z. And then, of course, we do all the proper paperwork, get W-9 and everything, and so we can properly pay you out your commissions. And we do those twice a month. So middle of the month and first of the month. Pay out the commissions.
So everybody that's here and the Protax Link family, we're gonna be doing a webinar, right? So we have a whole affiliated program with Solo the Funder, where we have like a whole platform where it's called Tax Flow 360, where you're gonna be able to do credit repair, business funding, marketing, everything that you need to be doing in your office. What I was talking to you about yesterday, the reason we blew up, we spent money. You know what I'm saying? Scary money don't make no money. If you don't wanna do promotions online, video, and all this other stuff, the reason, if you go to his webinar, he has and it's a platform that you guys are gonna be funding people too. So we're gonna teach you guys how to be funding people on the same thing, where we're gonna be creating webinars and everything else, and these people are gonna sign up under you, and then now you're making money just signing people to go to this webinar, and then you're just making money, access to all your clients and everything else. But you're gonna be the brand. We're putting you as the brand and making sure that you're making way more money than you was making before in your business. So in this whole platform with TaxFlow 360, where we could do social media, and that's even with getting you people for upcoming this year with taxes, business funding, and everything else, you're gonna have this whole CRM where you could text your clients and everything else, and you're gonna get traction into your business.
Hello, my name is Naomi. Is it okay if I ask a non-tax related entrepreneurship question about funding?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a business, it's called I Do Know Natural. It's a hair care brand for type 4 naturals, and I would like to grow my brand. My end goal is to be in Ulta and Sephora, and I wanted to get your response on the funding side for scaling and starting off, because I'm still in the beginning stages.
For sure. So since you're putting it into a business, again, any business entrepreneurship is risk involved, right? I always recommend that you actually, quote unquote, have a proven offer, right? So I recommend that you start using a little bit of your own money and get some traction, get some sales, have a proven offer before you start taking on other people's money with quote unquote debt. Now, it's grants out there and different things like that that you can get to start up where it's not quote unquote debt, it's money that you can make a move with. But I always caution people, taking out a significant amount of money, right? And I'm just being I'm just trying to give you the best advice in regards to that. Maybe it'd be like a small amount of money that you start with, $5,000, $10,000. That's stuff that you can get access to on your own versus coming to me. I'm in a position where I'm helping people put gasoline on the fire already, right? You got something cooking, you got something rolling, you have a system already, you know how you getting your clients, you know what marketing channels your clients are coming in, you know how much money the clients are spending with you, you know how much money you're spending on advertising or time, right? It may be content creation, it may be specific partnerships that you're using to grow your business, but at least you have a foundation and you know, if I put X amount of dollars in, I'm gonna get X amount of dollars out. So that's what you have to understand first, I would say, before you start getting quote unquote a lot of money. You need to actually get out there and make your moves and get started. One thing that's really cool with the makeup industry and any type of brands, right? You can pre-sale, you can do pre-orders, right? You can test the offer, test your marketing strategies, test the market first. Those people spend the money with you on the pre-order. Now you got the money to go pay for the product and deliver the product. So that's always a good strategy to run, in a brand or a type of merchandise or manufacturing type of business where you're gonna have to have specific products, right? Run some marketing campaigns, run some pre-orders, let them people pay you. You have a proven offer, and then you start dumping other people's money into it to grow it and hire people and all those different things that you're gonna need to grow and scale. So that would be, I guess, my advice in there.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Introduce you, Natalie. Mr. Victor, introduce you. This is the microphone.
I'm Natalie Rosario. I'm the owner or co-owner of Tax with my husband.
Hector.
He's not a man of many words. We've been in business for 11 years now. We're based out of Kissimmee, or how we like to say Orlando. Not everybody wants to know where Kissimmee is. We are in the Latino market. Okay, I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, my husband's Puerto Rican, and we met Meg and Patrick, I want to say, 2015? In business, I had already opened, we started off working for someone, right? And I don't know if many of you here, circumstance, we got fired. And we could not quit. We have 2 kids, or we have 3. My husband has the oldest daughter. And we could not quit. And I said, let's open up a tax business. There's money to be made here, and we need to get it. And giving up was not an option. We looked at many office spaces. And what I want to tell you is always dream big. I had many naysayers. People telling me, that space is too big. This is your first year of business. Don't do it. I took my mom. My mom's like, are you sure you want to go into this lease? We were renting at the time. Due to illness, we lost it all. We went through short sale. Someone told me I have a talent. I had the same car repossessed twice. That doesn't happen in this room, right? This is a money room. We already passed that, right? So we gave this tax business everything we had. I don't know if anybody here is the guerrilla marketing. Anybody familiar with that, right? Right? So when we met Maggie and Patrick, we're like, wait a minute. It was like looking in a mirror. Wait a minute. They grind like we grind. And we went into business together, right? We're like, okay, let's do this. They work like we work. They grind like we grind. They have a family. They're balancing it all out. Their kids are at the office just like my kids are at the office. We're working 9 to 9, and then we're going out flyering 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. No flyers in here, right? Now we're all gonna go to AIQ and get an automated, right? But we made it happen. And in business, right, sometimes you don't see eye to eye. And we took a break. Didn't we, Maggie? You ain't gonna talk about it? Ooh, Maggie's feisty. She's Latina. She's feisty. And we came back together, right? Just like the gentleman in the back giving his brother a break. We took a break. I had a sister like that once too. We took a break. She back now. So, and we through COVID, everybody went through COVID. Every year, once we started business, we opened up an office. First year, an office. Second year, second office. Third year, third office. Then came COVID. And we bought a franchise, a cleaning franchise. Because just like Maggie and Patrick and everyone here, you get the money, right? Our tax business is our bread and butter, but you got to get another iron in the fire, right? So we started doing real estate. That's where my husband comes in to play. I don't know if he's going to say anything.
That you don't got to be a GC to build a house. As a homeowner, you can go to the county and get a permit, and you build your house. So now instead of paying $300 a square foot to a GC, now it comes from your pocket, and you pay just $100. So I just sold, we just sold because we together. I just sold a 3,000 square foot house. It took me $275 to build it. I built it in 6 months, and I flipped it for $550. And my neighbor is the mayor of Kissimmee. Oh, he was the vice mayor of the Kissimmee. So as soon as he went, he liked it, he bought it, and I sold it. So now I'm building another one, and I already sold it without building it, and I already sold it for $400,000. And it's gonna cost me $175 to build it.
Because it's about businesses, right? You get this bulk bread that we're getting. Solomon, he's in the room, funding. So what we've learned in this business, we've learned the business from A to Z, and it was just my knowledge. Learning, educating, going to seminars like this one, getting in big rooms. We did a lot of it on our own. You guys have a benefit today. You have Maggie and Patrick who've already lived through it, that are putting you in big rooms. Like, don't be shy. Don't just sit at your table and talk to the people you came with. Get phone numbers. If you didn't get 3 numbers from 3 contacts here today, you did yourself a disservice. You did your business a disservice. Because it is in connections. It's not out on you. Sometimes in business, you're like, it's mine. Like someone said, you're not trying to teach. You have to be generous. You do have to go ahead and rub some elbows, knock on some doors, get some phone numbers. Even if they're in the same business as you, it's okay. See how they're running it. See where you can learn. What can you learn from them, okay? The construction, we found a loophole. Okay, they said you gotta invest in your business. We took every single dollar we made in our first tax season, which was $20,000. I was offered $15,000 to work for someone. And he was like, we're gonna work for what? I'm like, we're gonna bite the bullet. Let's do this. Let's learn this. Let's take this opportunity. Because sometimes, this don't happen in this room, but you wanna make more than the boss make, right? You know anybody like that? You know anybody like that? They want to make more than you. But when you learn, when you stay humble, you're like, hold on, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn. You get too close to somebody that know more than you, and you learn what you're learning. That knowledge you're learning, that's the dollars. That's the ching-ching that's coming in, okay? So we learn the loopholes, and like he said, building in real estate, you're looking at a general contractor and you're like, man, I gotta do this, I gotta do X, Y, Z. I have $1 million house. I didn't pay $400,000 for it. Custom built. We built it ourselves. So there's money being left out on the table. And now with Solomon, I don't know how many more I'm gonna build, but I know I'm gonna get one in the works before 2025 ends, because I'm gonna start building, and this is out of pocket. We were building cash, because what? We didn't know, but now we're learning in funding and learning, again, meeting people. Okay, what else can you do? Now, we're joining with Maggie and Patrick. We took our break. I told y'all we took a break because we was fighting. We prepared that a long time ago, but it was when Maggie and Patrick opened up Protax Latino, right? What this Haitian community, right, does is powerful. I'm like, man, look at the move. I'm telling my husband, wow, they're reaching so many markets. They're like, boom, boom, boom. They're a community. Well, the Latino community works that way too. I can't penetrate the Haitian community because, how you say no parle Creole? And many people here might not speak Spanish. So that's what we're here for, right? We're having the Protax Latino, and now through us, you're able to reach a different and tap into a different market, the Spanish market, and offer these same services, and now you're in rooms that you weren't in before. And that's what we're gonna be providing here for you.
Yes, you know, I'm so proud she talked about the Haitian community. I didn't know that. Oh, all my souls say hello. So that's been we working.
You guys are working.
Nice,
You guys
nice.
been working. You guys been working.
So, guys, I was telling you guys, as a couple, you have to put yourself together. So if you don't put yourself together as a couple, you're not gonna move on.
23 years together.
22 years together. That's a big thing. And one thing I learned from him, this guy is very kind. Anything his wife say, he say, yes, baby. He's smart. He's a smart guy. And that's the reason why they're very far. Because he listen. You got to listen to your wife. Anything she say yes, baby. Very, very, very simple as that. This guy is smart. He's a smart guy. So do you guys have any question for them? So my question, talk to me about the Spanish Protax Link. That's work.
Protax Link. Yeah. Protax Link Latino. So we're offering the same thing Protax Link offers. We're gonna have credit. Diana here, she has credit services. Diana, say hello.
Hi.
Okay, credit repair in Spanish, in a language that they're comfortable in, right? Immigration services, and we're partnering up with an attorney. I don't know if it's happening here, but, and it's with the nature of our business, right? You get clients, they get audited. So we have an attorney on deck in Spanish, in the language that they're comfortable. They're bilingual, so it's gonna be offered for both sides, for Protax Link. Anything that Protax Link is offering is gonna be in Protax Link Latino as well. So please do not shy away from the Latino community. Go ahead and send them this way, that you are going to be able to service them as well.
Yes, if you have a question for them, you can actually, we're ready if you have any questions. Do you have a question, guys?
If anybody, we're General Connection Tax on Instagram, on Facebook. Natalie does it all. On Instagram, you can send your questions, anything privately if you want. If anybody wants to do any personal project, lots of times you're like, when you start a business, usually first on the list, oh, I want to buy a home, I want to do this, I want to do that. So you can be having a custom built home, not paying a general contractor, not paying a builder, right? And getting taxed. This is something now that you can do. And with Solomon, you can also, what was the word like his favorite word is leverage. You're going to be leveraging your land, leveraging your property, and now you're custom building your home and creating wealth.
Nice. Great. Well, I like the words wealth. Maggie, you don't have no question for them?
I don't have any questions for them. I've known her for so many years, her and her husband. Not only did we become friends, but they inspire me. They inspire us, me and my husband. We watch them grind. We watch them buy boats and houses, and I don't know, there's people, they have the closet look like a mall, you know? They have it all. But every year, what I do love about them, no matter how tough life gets them, they still stand strong together, and they're committed together. Because everybody knows in a relationship, there's always up and downs, and that's just what it is. But just to see people that are committed and loyal to each other, that's the type of friends I want to have. Because I know no matter what, which we actually went through it, we really did go through it, really went through it. But at the end of the day, we're committed, we're loyal to each other, and that's what it's all about. And just to watch them and where they are today, this is who you want to have around you. You want to go through their mentorship as well. Every single person that comes in this stage, they have mentorships. for you to be able to see what they do and how they do it. And definitely, like she says, rub elbows, because you never know, this could be your opportunity for the next big thing.
All right. So don't leave today without taking contact. I'll ask question about everything they talk about. Please, if you don't understand something, so ask for the numbers. So that's network marketing. So that's your circle. That's very, very important to be better tomorrow. So if you want to know about Airbnb, so you can ask me any question. I've been doing this for more than 7 years now. Okay, so that's very, very, very important, your network marketing. Very, very important. Thank you so much, guys, and I really, really appreciate it.
So he whispered in my ear, I'm sorry. So I'll do a disservice. He just whispered in my ear. He wants to mention crypto. So that's a currency that is big. Are you?
Coach Eugene.
Yes.
Yes, guys. One thing you guys have to understand, like just then speaking, right? Collaboration. The whole thing is all about collaboration. We all have 24 hours. Nobody's better than anybody. Somebody just have more information than the next person. So if they have the information, they tell you guys clearly. Exchange information. Instagram, TikTok, phone number. She fixed credit. If you want to learn how to fix credit, yes, talk to her. You want your client to fix their credit? Talk to her. Because the more people you talk to, it's more money that you will make. The more leader you have around you, it's more money that you're going to make. So they so humble. It's always good to know the struggle some people go to their business. So nobody hit it to the top just overnight. There's a lot of fight. There's a lot. It's right now, he's very humble, but they fight. Understand that. Collaboration. Talk to each other. Networking. I told you guys blessed to be here. You guys was choosing to be here. Exchange those information. Let's see how much extra million more you guys could make in the following year. It's not about the money. It's about your kids, your family, the legacy. Anybody here that have kids, I'm telling you, if you don't take it to you, you're in trouble. Because AI already take over. Because I fired like 25 employees in the beginning of the year. Oversee. AI is doing the job. Mr. Eugene.
Thank you, Coach. So, guys, this is the moment. This is the time. Yes. Babe? Oh, yes.
About the crypto. It's going to take over. It's the future.
Speak up.
It's digital currency. You don't see it because you don't exchange it person to person. So it's in the clouds. But I can say I did a lot of money in crypto. I own 4 Bitcoins that they went all the way up to 150. They went down to 98 right now, and I bought them at 30,000. So I made a good profit. And that's only on one coin. And I got plenty of coins. XRPs are good. They're going to take over. I got Ethereum. It's going to take over too. So if y'all don't know about crypto, look into it because it's good money in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, man.
For the opportunity,
We
Mike.
appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, guys, DJ. So next year at the same time. Thank you. DJ, one second. Next year at the same time, we're going to be here. If you're going to be here, I want you to come with your next project, your next legacy. It's not about real estate. It's not about tax only. It just told you that crypto. Now, with 2025, you got to make more money. Not one source of income. You need more than that. Please, 2026, it's going to be a game changer. Change your life. Change your circle. Make more money. More project. Build a system. It's not talking. You're sleeping, you're making money. Invest your money. Don't spend it. You go to buy Gucci, this, Gucci, that. You've been doing that. Now invest your money. The best way to get money, the best way to be rich in 5 years is stock market and real estate. That's 2 ways. Invest your money, stock market. You don't know? Open a Roth IRA account. Put $7,000 on it and invest it in S rate for 1 year. Every year you can do that. And in 5 years and 10 years, you're not the same person. Very easy. You just need someone to teach you how to do that. If you have a house right now, it's $5,000 the mortgage. Don't stay on it. Move. Put it in Airbnb. That's a liability. If you want to listen, I'm sorry for you. It just keep moving. Don't listen to people keep complaining, oh, I can do this. This is too hard. No, you're going to stay here or you're going to move on. You can change. You cannot change yesterday, but you can do better tomorrow. Let's do it together. Don't stop. Keep pushing. No matter what, keep pushing. Fix your credit. Do something. I don't want to meet you. You don't do what you do. You don't do nothing. Keep moving. So it was a pleasure, guys. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. We love you. The next step, all right.